And that's when I figured out that she was also my uncle, which is a whole nother issue.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Syndicated podcast. My name is Cobra or Corey, and I'm joined here with my friends and your actual host, Mason.
Hello.
And Trevor.
Hey.
Trevor also is Mods Polar Bear, Mason's Emerald Guardian. You can check out their mixers whenever you like.
Yep. I got as well on our little live stream thing set up that we got. I have Trevor's thing as well.
Good.
We have all of our names there.
You know, you can follow me on Mixer as well, but you ain't gonna get shit out of it. Anyway.
It would be Gwent, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, actually, no. Let's start out with talking about what we've been doing this fucking week. Trevor, what you been playing?
I mean, we've all kind of been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah?
With the new drop.
Yeah, Shrouded Spoils.
Cool.
We'll get into that. That's always fun. It's always good to have a new content drop in Sea of Thieves because it always brings a ton of stuff to do.
You guys have been playing Smash Ultimate as well.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate came out a couple days ago. Trevor and I have been hitting that pretty hard.
Red Dead 2.
Yeah. You'll definitely have to tell us about that some more. About your thoughts.
Actually, can I start talking about Red Dead?
Yeah, you can talk about it a little bit. Of course, we've been playing the new Siege.
The new
Siege update, Wind Bastion.
Jesus, dude, yeah. So it's
been eventful 2 weeks.
We're doing this every 2 weeks, so we have enough to talk about between them. Because like a lot of it is news, and some weeks are slow. We'll do like maybe a weekly whenever big shit happens, like E3.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a heavy ass week.
We probably should have planned for it with the Game Awards, but we had some transitional things with the Ink Nation Radio, and thus the whole transition into the Syndicated podcast, which is what we're at now.
Now it's a Syndicated podcast. Expect more stability.
More stability. We're gonna put it on some other platforms. This is gonna be both live show and pre-recorded for other platforms such as Podbean, YouTube, and SoundCloud for the time being.
By the way, we heard about fucking Podbean as a fucking joke on one of those podcasts me and Mason.
Surprisingly, really good.
It's actually really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, after some research into a lot of web hosting, Podbean seems to be kind of up-and-coming underdog for us.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we're on fucking Mixer, so like, it's not... We've already misplaced a few bets.
I mean, yeah, it's better than Twitch right now, dude. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you're right. So I've been playing the shit out of Red Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
I love this fucking game. I've probably put 12 hours into it. And it's a Rockstar game, so I know it's not a lot.
Yeah.
And I love the game. And like the only issue
you've also only had it for 2 days.
But it also at the same time, you know how quick I'll rip a game apart if I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
But this one is like, the only complaints I have are the pettiest bullshit that I don't even want to bring up because how petty it is. And like some of its problems are some of its charm. Like the game, it's made by Rockstar. Rockstar's ragdoll and physics engine has always been like top notch. It's even better here. Like the horse physics are great in the way that whenever you crash, like you would a car in GTA with your horse is a living animal and reacts appropriately to what is happening, and it's glorious chaos.
Oh god.
But I've told you about this, but Trevor, I have this a Shire horse, right, which is a big ass horse. I play in third person, but the horse is so fucking big, I can't see in front of me half the time. So when I'm on a road going fast and I turn a corner, I have repeatedly accidentally killed people and or their horse with my big ass horse ramming into the box. And then I get up, oh shit, that was bad. And then in the top right corner, witness murder.
Oh my god.
What?
Jesus Christ.
So now I'm all of a sudden on the run for manslaughter, and that's when the guy doesn't die. Because if he survives, he's gonna pull a gun on me real quick.
Oh god.
The witness system is weird. I want to play with it. I want to tinker with it. I want to see what it does. But you can commit a crime and no harm, no foul. But if there's a witness, you have to chase them down and try and threaten them into not talking. Which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And if someone else sees you, like if they refuse to be backed down with threats, then you kind of have to kill them or you'll get wanted, which then lets someone else see it, which just creates a giant chain of like having to murder people because you murdered someone and they're going to tell them you murdered them.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
The gun customization's beautiful. The horse customization's beautiful. My horse's tail is braided. He's fancy as shit, motherfucker.
God damn.
I probably dropped $500 in like $18.99 money on the saddle alone.
Oh damn!
Like because there's so much customization you can do. Like it's a pure white special saddle with improved saddle bags. That's my custom bedroll, and I got the best stirrups I can get. And then I got a different. I don't know a ton about horses, despite the fact that I work on a ranch. Don't tell my boss. But the part of the saddle at the front, the horn, is that what it's called that you hold on to?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, there's like
I don't know a lot about saddle.
20 or 25 different options for that piece. Like, jeez, there's so much customization.
It's like the stick shift on a horse.
Yeah, kind of. I'm pretty sure that you fall off and probably get kicked in the mouth and you're retarded from then on if you try and do that. But yeah. But yeah, Red Dead 2, fucking glorious. You guys, I want you to play it, and I want to have more of a discussion with you.
I really want this game. I can't afford it right at this moment. I'm hoping I get it for Christmas. I'll ask my estranged uncle to see if he wants to get me Red Dead Redemption for Christmas.
Just start sending, go on Ancestry.com and find people you're vaguely related to.
Yeah.
And just send letters without copies of Red Dead 2.
Oh man, or my next paycheck. My next paycheck might have to drop on that.
Yeah, hearing you talk about it, it's got me excited because I'm actually installing it right now.
Oh god damn it! I literally haven't looked at any gameplay. I've only heard the amazing reviews and the extremely disappointed remarks towards the multiplayer.
Yeah,
but
I have no interest in the multiplayer.
I'm not. I wouldn't understand why you would get your hopes up on a Rockstar multiplayer being any different than the GTA Online one, considering that's where about 90% of Rockstar's monetization has gone to.
I'm not gonna spoil any story things, but the story's okay so far. It feels a little bit slow compared to Red Dead 1, where the very beginning's very good, but it kind of slows down after that. Whereas Red Dead 1, it started out with you getting shot.
Yeah.
And going on that journey and just spoiling Red Dead 2, Red Dead 1 here.
You're allowed to in this case.
Yeah.
It's old enough. It's last generation. You're allowed to spoil this game.
The first quest chain of Red Dead 2, you sneak into a fort in a basically snake oil salesman wagon and open up with a Gatling gun in the middle of a fort. This one's just a little bit slower on those set pieces.
Yeah.
That's it. There's a side quest I have to talk about real quick, and I realize I'm just eating up your guys' time, but shut the fuck up. It's time for me to talk about Red Dead 2, bitches. But there's a great side quest I found out about super early in the game where I went into a bar, and there's a biographer, and he's trying to write the biography of this drunk, old, washed-up gunslinger who's passed out next to him. And he tells you to go find these, I think it's 3 or 4 other gunslingers. I remember the name of the quest very specifically because it's of great men and a woman, because one of them's a woman. All 3 of the dudes are fucking miserable. They're all useless. One of them is actually pretty good. And you have to duel him. You have to duel all 3 of those, I think. But the woman, you go up to her shack in the middle of a swamp, and she says, "Did you mean to lead them to me? Lead who?" And then the feds come out over a bridge, and you have to get into a gunfight with her. But she has dynamite set up all around her swamp and just blows them up as she comes towards her.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the closest thing to a set piece like Red Dead 1 that I've seen. but once again, like I'm kind of probably I think story progress. I'm probably at like 15-17%. So like there's still a lot to go.
Yeah,
Right.
you barely scratched the surface.
Yeah, for real. Definitely do that side quest or that Strangers and Freaks, I think they're called in Red Dead. If you come across it, Trevor or Mason.
Oh man, yeah. I definitely need to pick this up at some point.
Do you guys want to talk about Smash?
I've been having a lot of fun. I'm not a big fan of the Spirits, like, sort of RPG, not really mode in it, that it's one way to unlock characters, essentially. I'm not a big fan of it, only because, like, I feel like I keep getting unnecessarily blocked. Like, literally, the Master Hand will come out and block things in your path, and there'll be certain impassable objects that you can't pass until you have the right character. And most of the time, you can't even get the correct character. So I've been doing a lot of classic mode to unlock all the characters, and there's like, for classic mode, they're very specific on like, so you can target the characters that you want. So like, I want Bayonetta, I want Marth, I want Lucina. So like, I can target these characters that I want, and I don't necessarily have to get all the ones I don't care about, like Olimar. Like, I don't care about Olimar. Someone out there might.
Shadows the story mode, Mason?
Spirits is the story mode. Yes, that's basically the story mode in this. Yeah, with like the whole like world getting Infinity Ward. At the beginning, and then you having to go out and rescue as Kirby. You start as Kirby, and you have to go out and rescue all the Smash characters, which is cool. I'm loving the roster. I'm loving the massive roster so far. How about you, Trevor?
I've been actually putting a lot of time into the spirit modes, unlike classic, and I haven't really had that problem that you had. I've been in, there's a few spots that I can't get past. A couple of really tough fights, but yeah. I mean, overall, I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
Is it like Smash 4, where like there's a intensity slider?
The classic mode has the intensity slider.
Okay, but story mode is just like, this is how it is.
Story mode it has like a stat system or like a point system. So like you would be 4,000 points and the enemy would be like 3,500 points. And then there's like a rock, paper, scissors mechanic where it's like attack, defense, and grab, I think. Where attack, or I don't know the exact one. I think attack beats defense beats grab, and grab beats attack, or one of
that sounds
something
right.
In there. And then there's neutral. And then like if you have, and then they'll have like stage effects like fog, or like enemy will turn invisible, or the stage will flip upside down, and there are spirits that you can get that'll make you immune to those effects as well, so you don't have to deal with that bullshit. But in the end, for me, it feels like I'm just kind of being blocked from doing what I want, like unlocking, because like I want to just unlock my characters so I can play like who I want to play. I don't want to, like, I like Kirby. I don't want to play Mario. I don't want to play that. I picked Marth. It puts you at like a crossroads between picking three people. Marth, Sheik, and one other. I picked Marth. Yeah, Villager. I picked Marth, and Trevor picked Sheik. And so we had complete.
Why would you pick Sheik? Let's stop right here.
And we had completely different branching paths. Like mine sent me to the left, and his sent him up. But after you get that one, the other two get locked off. So you can't do anything, or you can't unlock those two characters yet. Just then, you have to go through the rest of the map in order to unlock them again.
That's an odd way to do it.
It's a really odd way to do it, and I mean, I find the RPG element enjoyable, but it gets to the point where it's like they're like twice your power level, and you can't really match that.
Can you still just brawl with all the characters like there, or do you have?
Once you unlock them.
Okay, so like.
You start with the baseline, like I think eight characters that was in the original Smash 64.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's all you get. When you start the game, that's all you get to play in multiplayer or classic mode. You get Mario, DK, Link, Yoshi, Pikachu, and Kirby.
I don't believe Pikachu was one of them.
Yes, Pikachu is one of the ones that you start with, because he's one of the ones that you start with in classic mode. And then so those are your like you get like those 6, 7, 8 characters, whatever, and that's what. Oh, and Samus, so 8 characters, and you get those characters, and that's how you progress. You can unlock them randomly by just brawling. And about every 10 minutes of brawling, a new challenger will appear, and that will be completely random. But if you're in classic mode, you can play through a character's storyline and unlock the next character in their tree. And it's this weird, really complicated tree system. I don't have it handy, but it's like Link unlocks blank, and then they unlock blank, and then they unlock blank. It's like Castle Crashers kind of, except you can just, if you really want to, you can just keep playing the original one, and he'll keep unlocking everything in his tree. Is basically how it works. It's really confusing. It's a Japanese game, so generally there's these confusing mechanics in them.
I don't know how I like that system.
I'm not the biggest fan, but it lets me target the challengers that I want. So like, yeah. I can play Mario twice and get Bayonetta, and I did. I can play Marth twice and get Lucina, so I did. I could play Ness. I unlocked Ness. He's one of my favorite characters, and I could keep playing Ness, and I could get Corrin and Robin from the Fire Emblem series, and I did. I had to unlock Zelda and Ganondorf and Little Mac and all them first, but I was able to get most of my favorite characters already because I was targeting them in classic mode. And classic mode's a lot of fun. You go through a couple stages customized for that fighter. So like Marth, you were fighting dragons the whole time, and the boss is a Rathalos from Monster Hunter World, which I thought was incredibly fun.
That is awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah, so I'm thoroughly. I didn't get a lot of playtime in Smash 4 because I didn't have a Wii U, but I got to play a little bit whenever I went to visit my sisters who did have a Wii U, and they had Smash 4. So that was a lot of fun. Being able to play Smash again, and now I have it on my Switch, and I'm able to play it whenever I want. So yeah, and it's one of my favorite series.
I didn't dislike Smash 4.
Thanks for following, DJ.
I didn't dislike Smash 4, but it was too floaty, just like Brawl. Does this one feel floaty like that as well?
You mean like there's a lot of jumping, or the gravity's low, or like what do you mean by
gravity's
floaty?
Low. Gravity's low.
Low gravity? It doesn't feel like that. No, it actually feels heavier than Brawl, in my opinion. It feels closer to Melee, but with a massively expanded roster, like 73 characters without the fighter pass, like just baseline 73 characters in the game that you have to unlock. Like that's insane. Literally every fighter from every Smash game, DLC or not, is completely unlockable in this. And then they've got the fighter pass, which is gonna have like characters like Joker from Persona 5, which was just announced at Games Awards.
Do you wanna go ahead and talk about that? Put the trailer up and talk about that.
The Joker.
Yeah.
Was it long or was it just like a little short thing?
It's like 2 minutes. But the trailer is like, I don't think Nintendo made it because it's so Persona.
Uh-huh.
It's so perfectly Persona. I know, Trevor, I'm assuming you haven't played Persona 5?
I have not.
Oh, you poor bastard. I fucking love that game. Joker coming to that game is like, that DLC for Smash Bros. Sells me more than anything
It's insane, right? Like, it's actually insane. Just to think about Joker being in Smash Brothers. Like, because that means that, bam, we got Persona in Smash Brothers now. That's what that means, essentially. So that sets a precedence for more Persona being added to it later.
Well, like, as well, they got the voice actors back from Persona for this trailer, because you can hear Ryuji and An.
Yeah.
I think Morgana as well.
Yeah.
But the trailer that's perfectly Persona. That
it really is.
Persona.
Do we have like it's literally like they just give him the challenge card, right?
Yeah, he grabs the challenge card.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be so awesome. Yeah. Oh man. He's in the first challenger pack too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see him very soon. essentially.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that's crazy. That's crazy to me, and
you know what the
that's
best part about that
unbelievably
is to me,
exciting. What is?
There's a chance. There's a chance, Mason, that in Smash Bros. You never see it coming.
Oh my! No, that's not a chance. That is happening. That's actually happening. We're gonna get fucking Last Surprise as a music track with Joker. I guarantee it. I guarantee it that we're gonna see Last Surprise as a music track in Smash, because they have unlockable music tracks. I've unlocked like 30 of them, and it's awesome. They're all amazing. It's full of nostalgia. I love it.
Yeah, pulling them straight from the games and
stuff. Straight from the games. You get just hearing like the music from Ocarina of Time is just incredible.
If Barbatos Lupus Rex get that to Smash Bros, that's it.
As soon as they had Gundam to Smash Bros. Oh my gosh, that'd be hard to match them up with how big they are.
Just get the funnels for the Master.
The funnels of the Master Gundam. Yeah, there you go. Just the smaller Master Gundams. All right, yeah. I think we can get into like some more of this news now. But that's incredible.
Well,
I'm so excited for this.
What's Sea of Thieves, you son of a bitch? Don't
Yeah, Sea of Thieves. We got yeah.
Sea of Thieves.
We got Shrouded Spoils just released this last week.
I think, Trevor, is this the first time you played Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Yep.
He just picked it up.
I bought it when the expansion came out.
Yep. So what all gets added in Shrouded Spoils? It was like if you've played Rainbow Six, like Operation Health, it's going back and adding on to everything that's already been in the game for a while. So like
Housekeeping, really.
Yeah, housekeeping, making everything just feel more alive and better. So they added this fog effect into the natural world. That
we haven't encountered
we haven't encountered it a whole lot, but heavily obscures your vision. It gives you a real need for the crow's nest, and it does. It really does. It doesn't feel as intense as it's kind of being shown here, but I don't even feel like we've actually been in the thick of it though, so it's hard for us to really say. But more importantly, skeleton ships roaming the worlds now, as you can see here. So back in the Cursed Cruise event, there are fleets that you would have to go out and hunt at certain times of day. Now they're just kind of out in the world. You'll just find them.
They'll just attack as a random
event. Some of them they'll just pop out of the water and attack you randomly. Different Meg types. We got I think 5 unique different types of Megs with all their own stats and attack behaviors.
Kraken has been improved.
Kraken's been greatly improved. It's
Kraken
a real fight.
Was a joke fight. It was like, oh, great, a Kraken. Here, farewell, 3 minutes of my life.
Yeah, before it would literally. It's actually a real threat now. It's a real threat now because what it used to be, it would stop your ship. Tentacles would show up. They would just kind of appear around you. They pick you up occasionally, and then they drop you. But they wouldn't do anything to really hurt your ship.
Now it's like everybody load up in the dinghy. Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, they never really hurt your ship. Now they'll grab it and just start crushing it, and unless you shoot it off of the deck, it is really hard. Like it is actually difficult. Like if you try to melee it, it'll shoot poison at you, and bam, your health is gonna start ticking real quick if you keep hitting it. It'll just smack your ship. Oh yeah, it'll when it sucks you up now, it yeets you across the ocean. It's crazy. Like it yeets you out of their fucking range. And it's a slow swim back. And that could sink your ship alone, just being a man down like that. They smack your ship, which puts a load of holes in the side. And it'll spawn on sloops. It'll spawn on sloops now. It didn't used to, but it will now. Good luck if you're in a sloop. Like, good luck. Because it's hard enough on a galleon. We lost a galleon the other day to a Kraken.
Yeah.
Because 2 of us got thrown off, and it was just, we were getting sunk real quick. But strongholds have been updated. We've got a ton of new types of treasure in the game. Oh yeah, and if you kill a Megalodon or destroy a Kraken tentacle, you get treasure now. You didn't used to. It used to just kind of be of unrewarding, just kind of like, hey, you survived. That was basically what it used to be. Now you get rewarded with treasure, which is really nice. Skeleton sloops will spawn. I've yet to seen one.
Same.
We have not seen that yet. But they're in the game apparently. All the forts. Go ahead.
I think they're more for the fleet battles is when they spawn.
Yeah, they might be actually, because the fleet battles were unbelievably difficult before. So it would make sense if they're like reserved for those fleet battles. Strongholds. Every single fort on the map is now a possible stronghold location, which is really cool.
New chests added.
New types of treasures. We got bone dust, which is worth a ton. We got
I'm sorry. What? What's bone dust? Do you mean
cocaine?
You mean cocaine? I'm sure.
Yeah. So.
You mean that sweet glow?
That is worth like between 3 and 5,500, I think. Between 35 to 5,500 gold is what those bone dust crates are worth, and they also as well a new. And that's like a stronghold merchant thing, which we didn't really have before. The most that we would find for merchants in a stronghold is exquisite spices, which is just basically the equivalent of a captain's chest or a villainous skull. But now we have these bone dust crates as well as another merchant item, a stronghold explosive barrel. It is 3 times as strong as a normal barrel if you blow it up.
It is death.
It is instant death for basically any ship that gets hit by it. But it's also worth about 6,000 gold. So you kind of have that balance of, hey, do you want to instantly kill a poor sloop or even a poor galleon swimming by, or do you want to sell it for 6,000 gold and an ass ton of merchant voyage rep? So yeah, there's a lot of player choice in that aspect because they made it so valuable. But other than that, the strongholds are about the same, just with new treasure types, which is interesting. And there's a whole load of commendations associated with this, obviously, for doubloons to help you get towards Pirate Legend a bit faster. I'm getting real close.
Small thing before we forget.
Mm-hmm.
The mermaid statues from a previous event now drop treasure as well. That's actually
Yes,
very valuable.
the mermaid gems. And you can sell them to any trading post that you want to get any sort of rep that you want. So if you want merchants, you can sell to merchants.
Very few of them.
Cam and I found a couple today. We've been finding they're very rare. They're obviously not as common as they were during the event, but they're rare because they are worth a lot of money in rep. Sapphires are 1,000, emeralds are 1,500, and rubies are 2,000 flat. That doesn't.
I mean, I think the ending of this is it's more Sea of Thieves. Go play it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, new ship customization. We can customize cannons, capstan, and wheel now, which is interesting.
Shit, that's a lot more things to add in this update than I thought it was.
It's a lot. This is a huge update. Like it doesn't feel like it because it was adding on to a lot of existing things. But I mean, like it is a huge content update. Update. As well, the developers at Rare have said that they're not gonna try and rush these weekly updates out anymore. They've decided that they are going to instead hold on to the content until they have enough to necessitate like a drop, like a big drop like this. Unless
because
so the Build Red Adventures will still be coming as well, so we're still going to get those like bi-weekly updates sort of. But the actual like stuff like this kind of content is going to be held on to stuff like for this, like Shrouded Spoils. All of this was dropped in one big update. That's how it's going to be from now on. You're not just going to get like the onesies kind of twosies like, hey, we added flags.
Yeah.
Content. Yeah, no, we're gonna get big things like Shrouded Spoils from now on. Essentially,
no clue what's coming next, by the way, because we don't actually have, we didn't have a roadmap after for Second Shore, so no clue what comes next. But
they did mention it. We don't know anything about it, but they did mention it. And that it's gonna be it's gonna have a lot of lore in it, I think they said.
Oh, thank Christ!
Yeah, I think it's going to be a more lore. I think it's going to be a more lore focused update, which if you're not super into Sea of Thieves like we are, the lore is actually very interesting and very obscure to find, though.
Yeah.
But it is really good.
Siege?
Yeah, Siege. Wind Bastion. Holy shit. Wind Bastion.
New map.
Amazing.
You can't spawn peek.
New map is incredible. It's
That's it. We don't. No. We don't need to say anything else. It's a new map. And you can't spawn peek. That's all we needed. Good update.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Done.
It's very difficult to spawn peek on this map. Most of the spawns are protected, and there are very few bottom floor or just very few windows that you can spawn peek out of. It feels. It's very hard to enter, though.
Additionally, the lack of those outer windows has made Fuse not viable on the map.
Fuse is not viable, but Tachanka is. Tachanka is absolutely viable on this map. We love the Lord stands ready for this map.
Can I get a video of Ubisoft? Yes, this is Kaid's home, and then just Tachanka.
No, this is my home.
This is my fortress now, Kaid.
Yeah, he says that until Kaid pulls out his ACOG pistol, his ACOG DMR pistol. That has not just an ACOG. It is an ACOG. It's got the same magnification, but you can see everything.
Perfectly.
It doesn't block any vision whatsoever. He's got 2 DMRs on defense, both with ACOGs.
No, the kick on that shotgun's nightmare fuel.
The kick is nightmare.
It doesn't matter.
The kick is really bad, but I mean, like, you have a pistol that does the work for you. Not to mention, he's got an amazing snub barrel AUG as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this dude is just. Ubisoft took off one of his gadgets in Electroclaw. It can electrify multiple things. It's like a bandit battery, but it's smaller, it's harder to hit, and it can electrify multiple things at once, like a mute jammer. He only gets 2. He used to get 3, but now he only gets 2. So you still kind of need bandit or mute with you when you play Kaid now. But his weapons are so broken. They're so broken.
Yeah, it's glorious.
Nomad, our attack operator, I'm in love with. One of my favorite operators in the game to date. She gets the same pistol. It's a little bit better though if she has it because she's an attack operator.
I disagree.
I think it's better if she has it because one, she doesn't have a DMR option. She's got 2 assault rifles that are way too similar for their own good. It just kind of feels like her AK-74 is basically useless because her ARX 200 is so amazing.
Would you compare it to the Ash situation in terms of weapon selection?
Yes, it's basically the Ash situation. Like, so the ARX 200 is better in every way except for clip size, but it's like Habana's Type 89 without the recoil of the Type 89. Which is the only issue with the Type 89. It only has the 21 rounds, and the AK has 41. The AK doesn't hold up because it doesn't have the same fire rate nor damage output.
Trevor, have you been rocking the AK on her or the other gun?
Honestly, I've just kind of been running around with her pistol because
Yeah.
you really don't need anything else.
I don't put an ACOG on it. I'll throw a red dot on it. On her primary, because you don't need the ACOG if she's got that pistol.
I mean, with her rifles and her having that pistol, I put a laser sight on them, like, just in case they get too close. Like, you're not gonna need to have it out often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with her release, she's one of the best attackers on.
I don't feel like she's overpowered though. Like she's not overpowered. I love her gadget. It's so fun to use. It's one of the most fun gadgets in the game to use as an attack operator.
You need to find and clip it because Mason had this thing where he was watching a doorway and he shot a nomad into it and he was looking to the left into the room and the person was like trying to sneak up on
It was
and
Maestro.
triggers the air jab, and fat ass Maestro Meatball just flies across the screen to the left, and Maestro's like, oh!
The gadget is a complete meme, and it is unbelievably helpful, and it's not to the point where like it's completely game breaking. Like if you could pick it up, like you cannot pick it up. Once you place it, it is there forever. You can shoot it and destroy it, but you cannot pick it up.
If she was on the fence, it would be broken, but on attack, it's a great little utility item.
It's basically, it's the best anti-flank tool imaginable. So, like, here's another situation. I was securing, it was a 1v2. I threw an air jab on one of the doors I couldn't cover, and I was covering the other door. I killed the Jaeger that ran in on me on one door, and then Vigil ran in the door to my flank and popped the air jab, and I was able to clutch the round that way. It is an incredibly useful tool. It was a needed addition to the game when roamers are so fucking strong right now.
Yeah.
They're in such a strong position, especially with shields being in such a weak position.
Nomad
is an excellent addition to attack operators in Rainbow Six.
I will say, additionally, I feel like Kaid is a good. I don't know if anti's the right word.
Anti-breach.
Anti-breach. No. I need to explain what I'm trying to say. I felt like Maverick was too strong because he was like Jaeger plus Hibana together, and then he can make a little hole and kill anti-breach items.
Or Thatcher.
But he can't.
Thatcher and Hibana together.
No. Maverick. Because Maverick. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. You're right. Thatcher and Hibana together. Because he can make a little hole and he can kill anti-breach items like Mute or...
And it is very easy to figure out where Mute and Battery are because it's almost every time in the same exact place.
Yeah.
Kaid, on the other hand, can toss his fucking thing at the ceiling and there's no way Maverick can get it.
Stick that bitch in the floor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Corey did.
Yeah, Cobra makes holes in the floor and throws them in there.
Yeah.
And they can't do anything.
I'll pop it with my SMG to make destroy the first layer of flooring, and then throw it and hit the second floor layer of flooring, which is technically someone's roof, but no fucking way they're gonna guess it's there.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Unless they got
Twitch
IQ.
Twitch
can't aim her drone towards it.
So it's completely safe.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, apart from a Thatcher, there's no taking it out, really.
But, I mean, every anti-breach is another buff to Thatcher. Let's be real. Thatcher feels complete. It feels like the meta is all three anti-breach, and then the attackers always have to have Thatcher. If they don't have Thatcher, then they're fucked.
Yeah, Thatcher does feel a little too necessary.
Like right now, Thatcher feels unbelievably necessary. You can get away with Twitch in most cases because Kai can't grab everything, and mute jammers and batteries are so susceptible to Twitch.
We're really gonna have to wait till the end of the season and see how often people are picking Kaid.
Everything will kind of balance out in a couple weeks, I'm sure, where we'll probably stop seeing Kaid. Oh no, we're not with that pistol.
I'll never stop.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
Stop.
with Grimsky, we stopped seeing Clash almost altogether, and we saw Maverick very rarely, even though Maverick's still a good operator.
I disagree. Clash you don't see anymore because he's underpowered because they fucked up the hot swap. You still see Maverick. Maverick's still...
Maverick right now, we're seeing him a lot currently.
I think he has like just a normal pick rate though. Maverick's fine. He's just a normal pick rate.
Yeah, I think Maverick's in a good spot right now. We shouldn't touch anything with Maverick, but Clash still needs a lot of tweaking. Being a defense operator with a shield, we knew she was going to need a lot of tweaking to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I see her pick rate going down more with Nomad now. With air jab being able to knock her out.
Yep. And it puts that shield on her fucking back.
She was already weak, and adding...
I don't think they needed to make it so that her shield went on her back. I think they still should have made it so that you had the skill shoot like her feet.
It's fine to knock her on her ass, but you have to change like the way she's using her shield somehow. Right now,
it feels like they're going the wrong way with it. They're going the way of like they're making it so that you want to kill people with your electricity because they just increased the damage to 5 per tick instead up from 3.
No point.
And basically instead of like actually making her a very unique operator, they make her rely entirely 100% on her electrocution on her gadget,
which isn't fun.
It's not fun
for you. It's not fun for the person. You're
like
shooting.
all you're doing is ticking away their health until they very slowly die. It's really frustrating for attackers, and it's really tedious for Clash. Whereas her range on that is still they've never nerfed the range. The range is still absurd. So like you can zap someone from like a room away still for 5 damage a tick. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to close that distance in that time, and they sure as hell ain't going anywhere. Because the slow still hasn't been fixed. The slow is still way too slow.
I don't understand how that's not the obvious problem.
Yeah, it feels to me like it's a very obvious fix to just pull her away from electricity and move her back towards actually having to use some skill and swap weapons often. By the way,
that line banned from competitive play now.
Lion's completely banned?
They just banned him for competitive. You can't pick him.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because in competitive he's broken in Pro League. Because like, I'll be frank with you, I think they're idiots, and I think they don't want to adjust their play style, and they're being bitches.
Mm-hmm.
But they say he's broken because you can't move when he's doing it.
Mute jammers.
Yeah.
When you can move in a fucking circle, Mason, like that's not really.
Well, no, I'm saying though, like for anchors, you got mute jammers.
It's roamers. They're getting pissed.
Roamers are getting completely shut down by it. I get it, but he's only got 2 of them.
But they feel like if you have line, you can win the game.
Honestly,
change your play style. Like really, that's the problem. Just change your play style.
1, change your play style. 2, in my opinion, I feel like Lions needs to be cut in half. The time on the roar needs to be cut in half because it is like as a roamer main, it is 6 seconds.
It feels forever.
It feels like it lasts literally forever. Like when you're roaming. So like I get that, but I feel like honestly Lion could definitely use the nerf, but it hasn't completely stopped my gameplay because he does only get 2 of them.
It's also only a Pro League problem. In ranked and casual, no one cares. He's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's only Pro League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which also that's my other thing. Don't balance your game around fucking Pro League. Why? Just don't.
Yeah.
Balance it around the people who are actually playing it, not like these specific 25 to 30 people.
I mean, 90% of the Pro League games, like the Pro League players, are using quote-unquote exploits in them. Like from what I've seen, like Valkyrie throwing her cams outside of the map so that they can see the whole map. That feels like an exploit to me. That doesn't feel like something that was supposed to be in the game.
But then you get into like the argument of like because I'm skilled enough to know I can do that. You can do that too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've talked a lot about how Smite kind of got killed by the fact he was trying to balance around Pro League.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to dive into news now, or do you have more games you've been playing?
Good. I'm good for news. I haven't been playing much else.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we covered pretty much everything that we've been doing.
Yes, we have.
What?
Oh, Mech City.
Oh, Mech City Override.
2 things. Mech City Override.
Yeah.
I have the dissension here, so you guys want to praise it real quick before?
I don't know if Trevor played it. I know.
I don't know.
It was Taylor, DJ, you, and I playing it. I'm not going to give it all the praise. I think it's as a fighting game, it's been designed extremely well. All the characters feel extremely unique. The fighting seems very smooth. I'm very happy with all the art decisions, all the design decisions. There are some bugs. Some game-breaking bugs. Most of which to deal with the lock-on mechanic, which is necessary. But in some instances, you'll have this occasionally occur where about 1 player every game won't be able to target another player because when you do it, your camera goes into the floor. It basically makes the game completely unplayable against that player, which is really bad. As well, there's a character that is basically a wrestler, a giant robot wrestler, who suplexed Cameron into the floor when we were playing. Like he went through the map and was stuck under the map and then won due to a time limit. Another thing, the menus are unbelievably annoying, as every time you play a versus match, your settings get reset. So if you want to turn the timer off, you have to do that every single time you fight. Otherwise, you'll launch the game, you get about 5 minutes in, and then it'll give it to whoever has the most health at that time.
Can I just jump in real quick?
Yep.
In the multiplayer, like, the way you can set it up is that you can have 4 players, I think 4, in one mech, right?
Yes.
Despite this, the maximum players you can have in a lobby is 4.
That might be the case. We have not tried to invite a 5th player. But
we did,
that is...
yeah. We couldn't figure out a way to do it through the Xbox. The Xbox version, at least. We couldn't figure out how to get more players in to try and do that.
Yeah, so that was really weird. It lets you have 4 players in one mech, but you can't fight another group of 4.
Yeah.
You can fight AI, I think, but I think that might be all you can do. And the co-op mode can also not be played online. It appears to be only local.
Which is ridiculous.
Which is, yeah, it's like a single player co-op campaign, but you can play it locally but not online, which is really annoying. The matchmaking only allows 1v1 matchmaking, which is also really annoying when you're trying to play with your friends. You want to do 2v2s, but you can't because maximum is 1v1. They have a ranked mode and a casual mode, and they're both 1v1s. There's also a brawl mode, which looks like it might allow multiple players, but I don't know if you can queue with anyone. We haven't tested that.
I did not enjoy the game. I don't like it. That might be due to bugs. I don't know, but lock-on seemed to never work for me. It didn't matter how close I got to them. It didn't matter whether I was locked on or not. In fact,
I think it's mainly due to bugs, honestly.
I couldn't hit. Every one of my attacks would not hit.
So
whenever I did attack someone, it was by luck, and my best odd to attack somebody tended to be what I would do is I'd stay away from them, charge up, and then I use a dash to get close, hit real quick when like I knew where I teleported to them, or dash and then hit, and then run away because there's no way I'm getting another hit at that point. I can't do it, so just run.
Yeah, so I think the main thing, I swear to God you were hitting. I'm pretty sure you were. They need to allow, because, okay, in the single player, they have damage numbers on. In multiplayer, they do not. So it is very difficult to tell whether attacks hit because not all attacks stagger. The only attacks that stagger are charge attacks, and not every attack that you do is going to be a charge attack.
Into the camera, it's hard to see, like, minute character reaction.
Yes. Honestly, they need to put a setting in for multiplayer to allow damage numbers, because there's not enough feedback to the player to know whether they're doing well. It's really weird in that case. But
as well, the only way to figure out what character's moveset is to just press the buttons and try and remember it.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be any sort of move list. All the regular attacks are the same. Your bumpers are your upper body attacks, and your triggers are your lower body attacks. And then if you hold X, all of those buttons have a special. Save one character is missing one of his special attacks, it seems.
Which drove me insane, by the way. I thought I was going nuts because I really enjoyed the character because of the way he looked. But apparently 2v2 online is possible.
I believe that's the brawl mode, yes.
But I was going nuts. I was pressing the button, and it literally wouldn't do a move, and I thought that my game was bugged.
Yeah.
Because there's also no move list to tell me it's not there, and there's no display on screen to tell me the move.
It's also the only character that is missing one. Mecha Gekken is the only character that appears to be missing it. Because I think I played and tried every single character, and he was the only one that didn't have that attack.
Additionally, that character very specifically, every character in the game has like a special ultimate move when they get so low in health. Some of them, like the mage character, has like a cone, I think, or like a.
It's a cone attack. It's like a sweeping. It's like a sweeping cleave.
A lot of them have something like that to aim theirs, or it's like a transformation, or it's just a circle.
Oh, actually, if you're talking about like aiming it, I've only seen one character have something that aims it, and that's Vidar. That's the only character I've seen.
The character with the cone can too. She can move around.
Okay, Contessa. I couldn't do any. I guess I didn't get to play Contessa. I didn't get her ult activated when I played her.
Mega Gekon, on the other hand, his just activates. It just pops, and there's no way to hit with it.
The just popping is about 80% of the fighters, though. To be fair.
But most of them are like an AOE around them or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Mega Gekon, he just lunges in front of him, and like, God help me, I couldn't even land a punch, much less that weird dash.
Yeah, his is like a line attack that hits everything in a line, and then it does a massive amount of damage to them if he hits. But we've only ever seen it hit twice. Out of like the 30 matches that we played, he was only able to hit twice. I hit once, and Cobra hit once, and that was it.
And I used it every opportunity, but it just didn't. It doesn't hit.
Yeah, it was activated every round. Like every single match, it activated, and we only hit it twice out of 30.
Anything else you want to say about Mason?
No, that's all I got. Bugs, I think it's a good foundation. If they can fix these bugs, it'll be really fun, and add some better multiplayer. Options. Better options for multiplayer is mainly what I want. As well as the bug fixes.
All the characters are interesting and unique. There's not a single character that's not. Like, Maya's cool, Mega Gekkon's cool, Contessa's cool. They're all interesting. And
they'll have extremely unique abilities.
And a unique idea around them as a mech.
And design. Just design options. They all look very different from each other.
Yeah. There are positives to it. I personally do not enjoy the game. But the rest of my friends seem to, so you know. There is a game that I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks is a piece of shit that I played this week.
Go on.
The Homecoming update came out for Gwent. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. So let's. I'm gonna have to give you guys a history lesson, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so The Witcher 3 comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best games ever made.
Love it.
But I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because the best game ever made is in The Witcher 3, and it's not The Witcher 3, and that's called Gwent. It's a card game. I would go into town, Mason. I'd find me a monster contract.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient Foglet. I'd grab that piece of paper and I'd mount my horse. And I'd ride into the foggy forest. And come upon the cave from which the ancient Foglet supposedly resides. I would walk inside the foggy cave and he would emerge before me. And then I'd pull up a stump, slam down my deck, and ask him, "Do you play Gwent, good sir?" He would pause for just a moment, and he would respond, "Damn right I do."
He'd pull out his monster deck.
His monster deck with a Foglet archetype. That was The Witcher 3 for me. So when they announced that they were making a Gwent standalone, I screamed with joy. So the game was in early access, is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Use this game as how not to do early access in the future. Any game developer out there. So they released it. And this is Mason's complaint with Gwent from the beginning, why he doesn't like it. And I understand the complaint. It's not really, it was made as a mini game. So when they released it, it was pretty much an exact copy of the Witcher 3 version. And they had to improve from there to get it to the state where it was an actual good online trading card game. Eventually they got it. They made enough interesting archetypes. They changed enough things. Like specifically the weather system, which was kind of broken. And a bunch of other things to make it really good. And then they fucked it up when they released the update. We told them not to. They added cards with RNG, which were create cards that would just spawn a random card. Don't know what it is. Could be anything. Could be Trevor's left nut. That's the card. Could be that. You never know. Trevor, your left nut. Which card archetype is that? A Scoia'tael?
Sure. It's Scoia'tael, yeah.
Yeah, it's Scoia'tael. You fucking elf. Anyway, so
probably Skelligan actually.
We asked them not to do that, but they did anyway. They also made it look like Hearthstone. You can go look at before and after pictures. It looks like Hearthstone after they released it. It's very bright. The blood effect.
I would complain about that as well. Actually, I liked The Witcher's. The Witcher Gwent should have remained dark.
Yeah. The consume effect where a card gets turns bloody and dissolves, turns into just it being munched on and disappears. whenever your card got consumed. To a degree, it made sense, but do you remember consume is like vampires, generally?
Yeah.
And a bunch of other just reduction in it to make it appeal more to casual players and less to hardcore Gwent. So after they fucked that up, they said, okay, we didn't listen to your feedback and we fucked up. We're sorry. What we're going to do is we're going to make another day. It's going to be called Homecoming. All right? We're going to release Homecoming, and we're going to go back to what made Gwent great, and it's going to be great. Okay, everybody? And it's going to be coming out in 6 months, and you don't get to play it until 6 months. What? What? So literally no updates came out for Gwent for 6 months while they made an update. Really? We couldn't get feedback on because no one played it. And they released it, and it's worse than the Midwinter. It's awful. It's not even Gwent. I don't want this.
They somehow made it worse.
Oh. No one play Gwent, please. Go play, I don't know, fucking...
This coming from a Gwent streamer.
Go play My Little Pony Island.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure, that's all I want, yeah. Literally, I used to stream Gwent. I would stream, like, 3-4 hours of me just playing cards online, and I loved it. But it's just, the game's fucked. It's just fucked.
Man, that sucks. And that's coming. That's coming from a great studio like CD Projekt Red. Unfortunately.
Well, it's not the main.
It's obviously not their. It's not their main focus. Obviously.
They're making
They got fucking Cyberpunk coming out. Like, let's be real.
They got a side studio that was making Gwent with some asshole named Berza, I think, who was the lead of Gwent, and he's
yeah.
God.
We got some loot box news.
I'm not done. One more thing.
Oh, okay.
So, in addition to all this, they also announced they're canceling the Play Anywhere version of Gwent. So
it's not going to be
being
on
removed
PC.
from the Microsoft Store. So now it doesn't have crossplay. So now it's even harder to get into a game on Xbox as well. To make the version even worse.
God.
The card builder also doesn't work. It's bugged. Every card, as you scroll over, it freezes. It will freeze as you scroll through cards.
Jesus.
And that's with the premium cards cut off, so it's like the static cards without effects. It still freezes.
Mm-hmm.
God help you if you cut on the premium effects. Jesus. Alright, fine. We'll go fucking this. I'm done with this. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yep.
Trevor, I don't want to talk about it anymore! Stop!
I'm sorry.
We got loot box news. Crackdown 3. We got some information on Crackdown 3. I'll pull up the article here. They've just basically announced, confirmed that there will be no loot crates or microtransactions within Crackdown 3, which is amazing. We've been waiting for Crackdown 3 since the Xbox One launched, and it's finally coming in 2019, and we've just recently heard that it's not going to get ruined by loot boxes and microtransactions.
Well, on that note, I'd hold my breath and wait until it actually launches before we get excited.
I mean,
because it's been adjusted how many times since?
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're. This is the article for those looking for a source, but I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I don't think they're gonna add it. I really highly doubt they're gonna add it because everyone who's ever played a Crackdown game wants Crackdown 3. They've been waiting for it. They've been hyping it for 4 years. We've been wanting it.
Announced in 2013, dude. It's been 5 years.
Yeah, actually, 5 years. Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Now, whether the game will be good or not, we'll have to wait and see. But in this case, I'm pretty sure this is set in stone. Microsoft has set this in stone. There won't be any of these.
While on the subject of loot boxes, and moving over, the FTC has agreed to finally investigate them after being, asked to by a senator. What senator was it?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. Maggie Hassan. Maggie Hassan.
Yeah, Maggie Hassan has. God bless you, woman. So they're going to look into the FTC now, finally, to investigate them. To be honest, the U.S. government's very pro-business, so
Yeah.
who knows how it'll come out. But them looking at it alone is definitely enough to make some people in the industry piss themselves, and it's a good sign.
Yeah. Because the sooner we see these kinds of loot boxes gone, the better. Let's be real.
It's been bad from the beginning.
It is a mobile market that does not belong in AAA titles or even console titles. It belongs on mobile where it can die in peace.
I don't know if it's okay in any title, dude.
It's not okay in any title, but I'm okay with it dying in mobile. In the mobile market.
You hear people like Jim Sterling talk about it and like the addiction issues it causes.
Oh yeah, because it's gambling. It is gambling.
It is.
People get addicted to it just like gambling. It's fucking gambling. That's what it is.
It's not even about the monetary part. It's
it's actually
part.
Yeah, it's addiction and it's ruining people's lives. It's actually doing this. Yeah, so that's our loot box news. Not a ton, but you know, there's always loot box news. It's a big thing.
If you want to know more, go talk to Jim Sterling. He'll talk until the sun goes down and then comes up again.
Yup.
And then he says, "Well, I think I said, you know what? Actually, no." And then he'll go again for another hour.
Yup. During XO18, another kind of convention that happened since we've last been on the podcast. Razer mouse and keyboard for Xbox One to be revealed. Razer makes. I've always preferred Razer mouse and keyboards. I've always used them, but
I'm not enough of a PC gamer to know.
Yeah, but a couple of games are gaining support, such as Fortnite, Warhammer, Vermintide 2, and a couple more. This is going to be a problem in competitive games like Fortnite. We don't play or you play Fortnite, Trevor. Cobra and I don't.
To be fair, they could already do it in Fortnite because it was cross.
It's always been cross-platform. So if anything, this is helping the people who don't have a PC compete. But yeah, it's pretty bullshit. But for competitive games like that, mouse and keyboard are just going to outbeat them every time. Like in Siege, if they had mouse and keyboard support, which people do still bug into the game, like it's a whole nother playing field. Like you can't compete with it with a controller. It's not possible. They can lean without having an ADS. There's all kinds of stuff that they can do that we cannot because of and maximum sensitivity. I'm on maximum sensitivity and I still can't flick like a PC player can. It's crazy. But yeah, for games like Vermintide 2, that's completely fine. Any non-competitive game,
options, I mean,
it's more options for non-competitive games like Warhammer Vermintide 2, which is a game that I love. I love the Vermintide series. I would like to play more of them, obviously, but I'm a big fan of them. Fallout 76.
You want to just
Bethesda and Fallout 76.
Alright, so you stand here, Trevor, Mason, you stand here, and we'll shit in the circle. That way we can keep this as clean as possible.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of shit here.
So we're
gonna start with let's.
Before we start the news, I almost pre-ordered Fallout 76. I almost went and did the Power Armor edition.
Oh Jesus!
I almost did everything.
Let's be clear. The helmet is amazing. My dad purchased it. The Power Armor edition and got the helmet, and I've had my hands on it, and it is fucking incredible. The helmet is absolutely incredible. I love that thing. It's got LED lights on it and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, it is top tier official cosplay like collectible item. It's insane.
Let's knock this out really quick before we get into Fallout. That Elder Scrolls Blade has been delayed. If anyone gives a shit, I mean, it looked interesting.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not surprised it got delayed, and I don't really care. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm going to play it when it comes out, absolutely. But I'm not in a rush to play it. It's a mobile game. I'm not a big mobile player. I know a lot of people are somehow, but
it comes out early next year.
Yeah,
it got delayed.
Yeah,
Not big. The only reason, like,
it was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out like end of November, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's delaying until the beginning of next year. Not a big deal.
Final
Fantasy 15 got delayed like 8 times.
I just would have waited like 2 weeks maybe before I told you it was being delayed. Just to separate a little bit.
I would have mentioned it like a month in advance.
Negative every effing day.
I would have mentioned it a month in advance. Just like, hey, 76 is gonna do shit. It's gonna be a shit show. Let's just let them know Blades isn't ready. Let's just let them know now that it's gonna be delayed a bit. I don't see a point in waiting until the week of release before they tell us that it's supposed to be delayed.
Let's go into this now.
Yeah, so class action lawsuits.
Oh, boy.
This is a real thing.
Which one is this over? Is this one over for the game being shit or the bag?
This is over the bags, I
shit.
believe. I believe. Oh no, the buggy nature and their refusal to provide refunds, or their hesitance to.
Oh yeah, because Europe, they literally have to.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, it's pretty rare for people to give refunds on digital purchases in the first place.
To be fair, Steam has begun doing it, as has Microsoft.
To go back a little bit,
but
we were speaking about in America. In Europe, you can't do that. In Europe, you have to.
It's absolutely, yeah. As well, Bethesda's got the PC version is solely sold on the Bethesda store, I believe. The Bethesda launcher. They have their own launcher now, like everyone seems to need to now. So, I mean, I get it because Steam takes a 30% cut and whatnot. But holy shit, like, but to just not provide refunds, I mean, like, I get it. If they're in like this mass amount, they're gonna lose like all the profits that they made on the PC versions. From it.
Yeah,
but...
it almost makes me wonder, like, let me get my tinfoil hat on real quick. It almost makes me wonder if, like, they put it on their launcher exclusively, this game, because they knew that if they put it on Steam, it would be refunded.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in mass.
Because Steam is required to refund if you don't play more than 2 hours. If you don't have more than 2 hours of playtime, they're required to give you your refund if you request it. So, yeah.
And isn't it like a 2-week refund period too?
Yeah.
For Steam?
Yeah, Steam. You have to buy it within 2 weeks and play less than 2 hours to get a refund on Steam. Which is reasonable. If you hate a game if you play 2 hours and hate a game, you shouldn't keep playing it.
There is some negative. There are some negative aspects of that policy. Some indie games don't go 2 hours.
That's also true.
You can finish Stanley Parable. I think I have 2 hours and a little bit over in Stanley Parable. Someone else.
You did play it twice though.
You can play it infinitely, really.
Yeah.
But like it and Beginner's Guide, those 2 games you can finish in less than 2 hours. So the argument is for indie games like that, it's not fair because someone can finish those games in less than 2 hours.
That's also true.
Gone. Yes, actually, Beginner's Guide, I have 109 minutes in. I did not play 2 hours Beginner's Guide. Okay. But I finished the game.
And you liked it, so you're not asking for a refund.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I never, yeah, absolutely. I love the game. I never asked for a refund. But that policy does have drawbacks.
It does. It definitely does, as they all do. But I definitely feel like if you do, to be fair, if you do play a game in under and spend less than 2 hours in it and you hate it if you hate it within 2 hours of playing, then I would ask for a refund too.
The fear is always assholes who are going to play the game.
Assholes,
they're not going to have a terrible.
I personally wouldn't do it. I know people do, obviously, because it is a system that can be abused. But yeah, not too big a deal on that part. But yeah. But yeah, just absolutely refusing all refunds.
As much as I'm bringing up the negative aspect of policy, I would still like to say I do favor the 2 hour policy.
Yes, over the old one of not being able to get them.
Yeah. Unless
you go through like this crazy backflip debacle over it. The collector's edition, the Power Armor edition, it was advertised to come with this really nice canvas bag. It came with an absolutely garbage tier nylon bag, and my dad bought it. I've held it. The bag is absolute fucking dog shit.
It is also now the subject of a class action lawsuit.
Yes. Yeah, so they sell the collector's edition for $200. That comes with the game. That's a $60 value right there. Actually, right now it's only $35 value, because the game has dropped significantly in price to $35, I believe.
Yeah, it's already $35.
Yep. It came with this really, really cool collectible helmet. I don't know. I wouldn't call it $200 worth helmet, no. But it is really cool. It's a Power Armor helmet.
I can't find the exact price right now. If I remember right, though, the bag they bought.
The nylon bag is only cost them 67 cents.
And like for the full bag, it would have cost them, I think, $5.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that was their excuse.
But still, we are paying $200 or something.
Yeah, they're. Yeah. See, here's the actual quote from the customer service. Hello, we're sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it. That was the quote given to someone when they requested a refund by Bethesda's support. When they mentioned that that the nylon bag is not the advertised canvas bag. And they never changed the advertisement. And right now you can go to it and it'll still say canvas bag, I'm pretty sure.
Additionally, it should be noted that not all nylon bags are bad. You can get a good quality nylon bag.
This is not a good quality.
Shit. This is cheap.
It cost them 67 cents to make.
Yeah.
Literally, it cost them 67 cents to make it. And it's not even ironed. It is not smooth. They give it to you in a wrinkled mess. And this is supposed to hold your beautiful Power Armor helmet. Yeah, fuck off.
Well, just the customer service response. Thanks for your money.
Yeah,
we don't care.
We're not doing anything about it. It was too expensive to make. We're not planning on doing anything about it. That could have gone a lot better too.
Speaking of Bethesda support.
Oh my god. So they set up this thing to provide they broke down, and I believe they said that they were going to give out the canvas bags to anyone who requested it, as well as 500 of the in-game atomic points, which is their fucking premium currency. To be fair, you can
the nylon bags.
Yeah, they are replacing the nylon bags. To be fair, the atomic points, which you spend real money on, can also be earned regularly in-game, but none of the in-game stuff that you spend it on is unique, really. I think you can find pretty much everything on there in the world, except for maybe the tattoos and the face paints.
Also, let's not forget, here, they're literally saying, here, take this fake money.
Yeah.
It has no value whatsoever in game that you don't actually want to play
as an apology,
piece of shit.
Basically.
As an apology,
yeah. Players can earn atoms by doing simple early game tasks like collecting caps, as well as just daily and weekly in-game challenges. And you do generally get you would get this 500 in-game atoms probably by just doing your weekly stuff, or during your first I think during my because my dad got it for me on PlayStation to play with them for a bit. I'm not a big fan. I didn't like it personally. I think my first day playing, my first 6 hours in the game, I got probably 700 atoms, something like that. So I could buy pretty much anything on that stupid store, but there's nothing on there worth spending the atoms on, if that makes sense. It's really dumb.
In your short time playing, did you see the guy race through the mountain?
No, I did not.
A lot of people have, including Angry Joe. If you watch his review,
I honestly,
I feel.
I saw that. I saw the review. I saw his review. I'm pretty sure that might just be a PC thing. I feel like a lot of those graphical issues might only be restricted to PC, whereas a lot.
Frame rate any better?
Oh no, my frame rate. A sentry bot came, it started shooting at me, and I was 2 frames a second. It was the worst experience I've ever had in a game. I've never had frame rate issues like that. It shot at me, I was dying, but I couldn't do anything about it because I was at 2 frames a second. I literally could not move. I couldn't shoot back. I couldn't move. My inputs weren't working because it would only register the inputs that were done within those 2 frames. It was miserable. It was unbelievably garbage.
On the bright side,
the game does not work.
On the bright side, we'll talk about it later, but there appears to be a new alternative for Fallout fans.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Support leaking customers' name, addresses, and phone numbers for everyone who submitted a ticket to replace that nylon bag with the canvas one. All that shit got leaked.
Uh-huh.
So, have you guys put in your ticket yet, or are your guys' stuff set?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they did. But like this includes like content creators that put in their tickets. Yeah. Their information got leaked.
Christ.
People have these content creators' phone numbers now, and they had to change addresses, everything.
Phone numbers. I'm pretty sure even the card like you bought the stuff with.
No, you can't do credit cards. Apparently.
You can't. No.
Okay.
No. That didn't get leaked. Thank Christ.
Yeah, that did not. Just phone numbers, addresses, and names.
This would be a whole nother level.
Oh yeah.
But still.
Bethesda, what are you doing right now?
I've never seen this bad of a fuck up.
Meanwhile, at the Bethesda offices, and it's just like a fucking tire fire.
It's a tire fire with poor Todd Howard just crying.
Todd Howard's just like, it's like in The Simpsons where they get like, The Simpsons, it's the tire fire right there.
Yep.
But Todd is like, he's got a fire truck filled with gasoline, just pour it.
Mm-hmm.
Put the fucking in the tires and just copies of 76 they can't sell.
Yup.
Oh,
so I mean, on the note that like it's not selling, I'm kind of proud of like the gamers right now because
I'm very impressed with the games with the game community.
We're finally actually kind of taking a stand and holding.
Like, hey, we're not gonna take your garbage anymore.
Yeah.
Same's being done with Battlefield 5, like you said. Battlefield 5 is selling like absolute shit, and because they fucking deserve it.
That's a mix of
That's a mix of hate on EA and hate on the actual game.
Yeah, I think everyone's still a little bit pissed.
About Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's still just a little bit salty about Battlefront 2, so they're still getting the flack from that. As well as just the fact of them saying "fuck you" to all their Battlefield fans, basically. They're throwing realism out the window. They're making it a fucking like, just unrealistic. Like the best thing that Battlefield had going for it, the only reason to take that over Call of Duty and just the incredible gameplay, and they've thrown it out the window.
It's actually cheaper. It dropped cheaper than Fallout. 76 to 30.
As well.
76 to 35.
This one's also dropped in half. I've never seen a Battlefield game drop in price this like at all. Let alone this quickly.
That released more recently than Far Cry not Far Cry. Fallout.
Yeah.
It released earlier than Fallout, I believe. It released like a month earlier than Fallout. I didn't even know about it. I honestly didn't even know about it.
If you're a video game company and you're not fucking Rockstar.
Yeah.
And someone tells you, look, this is shit, we don't like it. You do not tell them, then don't buy it, because they really won't.
Yeah.
If you're Rockstar, you can get away with that maybe, but like, if you've already been pissing people off in the past, like, decades, don't do that!
Yep.
I mean, the difference with Rockstar, though, is we haven't had to worry about
They make great games. They just make good games.
They actually take their time.
Yeah.
People Red Dead 2, they like despite they give 2K like heart attacks and how many times they're going to delay their games, but that's because they're not going to release a piece of shit game and hurt their reputation because they actually care about continuing.
And that's why 2K's okay with it. That's why 2K's okay with it.
Well, no, it's because they own 49% of 2K now.
Oh yeah, that too.
that always helps.
Yeah, it helps when we're releasing now. How much you like your job?
You're fired.
Say?
Sorry, we own you now.
I own one of your ass cheeks. I will take it home.
Oh my god.
But fuck ups recently.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they're feeling the effects of it. I really am. It's gonna make them really fucking think about Anthem. Actually, it's gonna make them really fucking think about it.
There's a new trailer release for Anthem.
And I think that's all. I think the failures of Battlefield 5 and Battlefront 2 is gonna make Anthem a lot better, and I'm really hoping that it is.
I can actually get it for us and put it in for later in the show if you guys want, but like a new trailer dropped for Anthem at the Game Awards.
I would like to see it. I haven't seen it.
Up to now, I didn't give a shit to see it, but I just realized you probably want to. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I didn't even.
I'm reserved on Anthem, but I want it to be so successful because it is BioWare doing it. It is a BioWare game. I want it to be successful.
Especially since they scrapped pretty much Mass Effect for the
future. They had a different studio do it, which is so they dumped Mass Effect, or they dumped the Mass Effect team on on Anthem, and made a completely other team take care of Mass Effect Andromeda, and that was the biggest issue.
It's not even that. If you go and watch Kotaku, Jesus Christ, Kotaku, you fuck up so much, but you have these short moments where you actually understand what journalism is. When they took a look at like the development of Andromeda and how
the absolute shit show that it was.
They weren't actually making the game for like 2/3 of the time they needed to be making the game because they didn't know what they should be doing.
Yep.
That article, if you want to go find it, it's probably not hard to find, but that just shows how fucking stupid EA can be at times.
Yep.
And studios in general, because it was partially the studio's fault for not saying, hey guys! Moving on, though.
We got beta for Red Dead Online as well.
Red Dead Online monetization was fucked. I don't know if there's anything else to say about it. It was fundamentally fucked.
Yeah. I mean,
Rockstar's making corrections, which is good.
Yeah, luckily this is a beta, and they are actually listening to feedback about that beta, which is awesome, because obviously it didn't work with Fallout. Clearly, if they didn't listen to feedback with Fallout, and
that beta was a whole different story.
It's like 3 hours at a time, complete clusterfuck.
That's not comparable.
It's dumb.
I'm sorry, that's just not comparable. This is at least open to some people.
Yeah.
The beta, wasn't that like the weekend before launch too?
Yeah.
It was the weekend before launch, and it was only 3 hours long, Trevor.
It was 3 hours at a time, and they would be on and off like sporadically throughout the 2 weeks leading up to launch. It was ridiculous.
It was literally impossible that it was an actual beta. It had to be.
No one could play long enough to explore the bugs and to find them.
You also kept progression. You kept progression from the beta to the main game. It wasn't a beta, Trevor. It was just the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day one, you'd load in, you'd already be level 25, where everyone else was sitting at level 1, and it was unbelievably blocked off to just
Not that it matters, because the PvP is non-existent.
And even then, not all pre-orders got to play it.
Alright, I'm dragging you both away from the shit pile over here, okay? It's just a giant ball of shit, steaming shit we just made, okay?
All right.
We don't need to hang out in the air.
I'm pulling up my pants.
There's the big flies, they're radiated, they will carry you away. We have to move.
All right,
so
let's move on.
Yeah, Rockstar.
Basically, it would take 8 hours to the single gold bar when you needed 8 to do anything meaningful. I think you needed 10 to get horse insurance, like GTA Online's car insurance.
Jesus.
Which is ridiculous considering just in single player how important a horse can be.
Yeah.
They're looking at it. They're gonna fix it.
Fast travel was locked to level 30. You said. I think.
Yeah, it was locked to a high level.
Or you could pay gold bars to get it early.
Yes, you could pay gold bars to get it
early.
You couldn't actually buy gold though. It was impossible to buy it at this point. So no one spent absurd amounts of money on it.
Yeah, they knew it was going to be purchasable as the currency.
They were at least responsible enough to do that.
Yeah, they were responsible enough to not allow you to spend ass tons of money in the beta. Thank God. Because people would have fucking done it.
I don't know what else to really say about this. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, it's short, it's quick. It's not out yet. It's literally just the beta. It has not launched.
Take another look at it. I'll be completely honest. I don't really have any interest in playing it. I might just do it just to have it to talk about here.
It doesn't seem all that necessary, honestly, with such a game like Red Dead.
I had some fun in GTA Online.
I had tons of fun.
Yeah, it was
but
never as enjoyable to me.
it was always the same kind of issue though, where like assholes can seriously hamper your experience. Like other players can seriously hamper your experience. And right now, if you go into a GT Online session, they have like literally flying bikes that'll instantly kill you and cannot be shot. They have flares and they have infinite missiles that can fire at rapid speeds. It's absurd.
There's literally a thing you can get where you call like a satellite to shoot a depth laser on a single player and instantly kill them, and there's nothing.
Yeah, it's a bunch of ridiculous shit in there
right
now.
It costs like $1 million, but still, you can literally pay to ruin someone's fun.
Yep.
Anyway.
Moving away.
I don't know how they're gonna fit that into a cowboy gang.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The Nintendo Creator Program shut down. For those who don't know, this was basically meaning that Nintendo would claim their copyright on any. They would claim their copyright on any content that was owned by Nintendo.
You had to pay protection money.
Yeah, you had to pay protection money in order for you to either stream or have your content Nintendo related on YouTube. You could not play any Nintendo games without having their copyright on it.
The way it worked is you had to sign up for the Nintendo Creator Program, make Nintendo video that even though it has your commentary, it's your work, it's your gameplay.
Yep. They make a cut
from your cut. YouTube takes the money. They take their cut out of it. Then they give it to Nintendo. Nintendo takes their cut out of it, and then you get the scraps that are left.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So, like, normally where a creator would see maybe, like, 80% of their profits, they're only really getting, like, 50% out of it because Nintendo takes a big cut out of it as well. And you had to sign up for this. Like not just anyone could do this. Not just anyone could play Nintendo games without losing all of the monetization on it.
Interesting thought I had here. Jim Sterling, to get around Nintendo's legal gray area, would do what's called the copyright deadlock, where he would show like something copyrighted by one company and something copyrighted by another company, and then they would fight and they fight.
Yeah, basically no one could claim the copyright on either on the video because there's two people who had claim to it, essentially, quote unquote claim to it.
So I'm curious now if like he has to go back and add different copyright holders to those videos, if Nintendo will go back and relieve those claims, or how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So that's just gone. Very good for anyone who wants to stream Nintendo games like Mason. And I think, Trevor, you're probably going to stream some of Ultimate? No?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely be getting some Smash Ultimate.
I know you two will probably play duos if Mason
probably
play for him.
I mean, that's why I've been unlocking the characters so I can eventually play multiplayer. I'm really excited for it. I've already unlocked most of my favorite characters, so.
A guy hacked, I think, 50,000.
For those who don't know, the war between PewDiePie and T-Series, essentially on YouTube, there's currently a fight for the #1 spot on YouTube with subscriber count. And currently there's this Indian company called T-Series, which is essentially just all of everything in India related to movie trailers and all this other bullshit that has just been skyrocketing. This giant corporate entity. It's basically just like a fight between individual creators and this big corporate entity that's trying to take over YouTube, essentially. So PewDiePie's the only one that can really fight it, and he's actually still winning.
The guy hacked 50,000 printers, and he sent the following message out to them. Attention! PewDiePie's in trouble, and he needs your help to defeat T-Series. What is going on? PewDiePie, the currently most subscribed to channel on YouTube, is at stake of losing his position as the #1 position by an Indian company called T-Series that simply uploads videos of Bollywood trailers and songs. What to do? #1, unsubscribe from T-Series. #2, subscribe to PewDiePie. #3, share awareness to this issue. #Say PewDiePie. #4, tell everyone you know. Seriously. #4, bro fist. And then he has like
The
The old
PewDiePie.
GameFAQs
Yeah,
thing.
the old
it's a-
PewDiePie bro fist symbol.
Yeah, and like the game facts, like
Mhm.
weird ass line thing. Extra points. Subscribe to Dolan Dark. 2. Subscribe to Grande. I don't know what
This
those are.
includes PewDiePie's printer, by the way.
Yes, he just hacked 50,000 printers.
Yeah.
But there's one
In-
horrifying thing in here. And this is a quote from the guy that hacked it.
Mm-hmm.
His name's the Hacker Giraffe.
Yeah.
The most horrifying part is, I never considered hacking printers before. The whole learning, downloading, and scripting process took no more than 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's it.
30 minutes to hack 50,000 computers.
Yeah.
Just printers. Just printers. Just printers.
Printers.
Because apparently printers don't have any security on them.
But I thought PewDiePie gave up like YouTube a couple years ago.
No, okay, so he's no longer like a game YouTuber. He doesn't play games. He's not a commentator anymore. He's just kind of like, it's more like a vlog than anything. He's just interacting with his fans at this point. Is basically what it is. He's interacting with his fans on his subreddit, and that's basically what it is now. He talks about like world events and stuff, but this is basically just like the fight between individual creators and this massive corporate entity that is probably just not even all of their subscribers are real people. In all honesty.
Yeah.
So that's basically what that's about. So yeah. Don't subscribe to T-Series. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe to PewDiePie, but don't subscribe to T-Series.
I'm very scared about the printer thing, though. That's actually significantly scary.
My printer seems fine.
You weren't lucky enough.
I wasn't lucky enough to receive a fucking fax from PewDiePie, no.
This is just a quick news flash. THQ Nordic acquired the Carmageddon IP because they wish to own everything in the world.
Yeah, THQ
Don't know where the
Nordic.
money's coming from. Doesn't make any fucking sense. I've said this 1,000 times.
This
Let's
dude that's filthy fucking rich. Buying up all these IPs. THQ Nordic owns Darksiders, so Darksiders 3 is the first game actually released under THQ Nordic,
New game.
I believe.
No, it wasn't,
the first new
no,
game.
They had a small AA game called Haven on 360. They had a bunch of other really small
Yeah, so
fucking
basically Nordic, there was a company called Nordic that took over THQ when THQ went under. And they acquired
couple
all of their IPs.
They also bought Volition.
They bought a shit ton. We can't. There's so much that we just can't really.
They've been
go
mostly
into.
released in remasters. Darksiders 3 is their first in-house game since they bought THQ, though.
Yeah.
And it's, from my understanding, people who like the old Darksiders.
I'm a huge
like it.
fan of Darksiders 1. I'm
lot of people
a big
don't,
fan of
though.
Darksiders 2. I love the first one the most, so I'm hoping 3's good.
It's got very mixed reviews. People either seem to really like it or really dislike it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the first Darksiders follows like the old action adventure puzzle game. So
Yeah.
anyone that
But-
buys it nowadays might not like it, but it brings a classic feel to me, and I love it.
Basically, all this news is saying is, if you're wondering when THQ Nordic was going to stop buying random shit, not yet.
Not yet.
Never.
Apparently not. Yeah.
Dude's filthy fucking rich.
They
He
probably
loves
don't last
games.
quarter. I don't know how.
So yeah.
Makes sense. Starbreeze is gone filed for bankruptcy. They're kind of a small publisher, but they published Payday 2 before Overkill bought their soul back.
I think they're reconstructing is what they're
They're
doing.
now reconstructing, but they did file for bankruptcy.
Yes.
And some person was not arrested, but like jailed. So
Insider trading?
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Starbreeze is such a small entity, really. We don't see them come up very often.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth mentioning, I guess, but yeah.
Those worth mentioning.
It's just that company doesn't come up ever.
Yeah.
Tumblr is shutting down apparently.
They're shutting down?
What?
They're just completely shutting down, or you
Oh,
just?
well,
It's
no,
gonna
no,
happen.
sorry,
We
sorry.
promise
I'm
you,
just
it's
trying
gonna
to-
happen.
It's like the Office episode or the meme where they show Pam two pictures? It's the same picture.
It's the same picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Tumblr will ban adult content this month, so there's no reason to go back to Tumblr. You're not going to be able to get your porn there.
Yep. This just in as well. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere their stock had dropped about 2/3.
I'm trying to find it right now what their stock is.
I'm almost positive it dropped about 2/3. It's either it did or it's projected to drop about 2/3. Because I know for a fact that once this happened, like, it fucking tanked. Like, hard.
I mean, there's no reason to use Tumblr anymore.
Yeah. There's no reason. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'll be completely honest. I used to have a great website.
Oh, see, Cobra, I was correct. It was removed from the iOS store. I'm not crazy. Yeah, the app got removed from the iOS store as well. But they are saying that this was not related to it. But yeah,
I used to have a great Scottish Trade used to be.
They say it's related to child pornography being uploaded to Tumblr. Is what it's for, but by doing that doesn't seem like a legitimate response. It seems like they're just trying to get all the furry porn out of there. It seems like that's what they're doing.
Well, no, there is the threat of child porn.
I see that as a legitimate threat. That is a real thing.
The solution to that problem isn't to just cut out everything.
Yeah.
Basically, their stock has dropped 3.45%. I don't know since when, though.
It is going to drop a lot harder.
That's today. That is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to continue dropping.
Since December 3rd, it has dropped from 54.7 down to 49.5, but that's actually a lot for stock.
Yeah, that is a ton.
People are selling.
That is a ton for how short of a time it is. Because if you think about it, like 3% of all of Tumblr's stock is like a good couple $1 million. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
So it basically, this isn't even gaming news. I just felt like it was worth mentioning because it's to do with the internet.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of cover a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's what we're interested in, but mostly it's video games. Moving on. This one's kind of weird. Ubisoft points expire now?
Yeah, so the Ubisoft Club, the old Ubisoft Club, you know how when you're playing an Assassin's Creed game and you do like an achievement in it, you'd get about like 30 Ubisoft Club points. Now they expire. For some reason. Yeah, for whatever reason they expire now after 2 years of acquiring it. And you use these points to buy cool cosmetic things for new games. So like if you just picked up Siege, you can buy a couple weapon skins. You can buy a couple charms with these Ubisoft points. Now you can pay them with real money, but they'll still expire if you buy them with real money.
Yeah. You can't buy with real money.
It says. Well, hold on.
Well,
it says
you give points
either
for
through your gaming experience or through purchases in the Ubisoft store. So so like if you buy items on the Ubisoft store, like real items,
think that was like
you'll get Ubisoft points for them.
Something like they would have deals where like you can buy this game,
this
bundle, and then you also get points with it. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Like you straight buy them. They weren't straight
But as well, like things like that you gain from achievements, or like challenges. How do you know which ones of those that you spent?
That's the weird part to me that they've been keeping up with that.
Yeah, no, I don't think they have. But like, how do they track which points you earned and what you spent them on? Can you decide? Can you decide which ones you want to spend your points on? Would it automatically take from the oldest points?
Yeah.
Like it's hard. Yeah. I don't know how they're tracking that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Especially with the things that happened before this occurred. I've been playing Assassin's Creed since 2006.
I checked my unit balance, by the way, and I have like 425, and I have like 20 expiring. So like,
yeah,
I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, but like I've been racking up these points since the original Assassin's Creed game.
But like, I think I know why they're doing it. So with us, Mason, who actually play a lot of video games and occasionally Ubisoft games, we like, for us, you popped in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I play a lot of Ubisoft games, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've played everything on their store except for Watch Dogs 2.
You and I popped in Assassin's Creed Odyssey this year, though,
yeah.
And we went to Ubisoft Club and instantly bought everything, and then we did.
I didn't instantly buy everything. I didn't like half the stuff on there. I bought like the 3 things I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I bought almost everything on the Siege one. I'll give them that.
The problem, I think, is that for most people like us, we're at the point where you load up the Ubisoft store, buy everything you want, and then move on. When each game has it to where just from that game you can unlock everything in its Uplay store, or that's how it used to be anyway. So it's at the point to where you're not being rewarded for playing new games. Yeah. Because you're just popping in.
But on the other on the same thing, this is like the Ubisoft Club is there for people who play Ubisoft games. So like if we've put in the time on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we should be able to instantly purchase all the things in the new Far Cry game. Because we spent that time in Odyssey. We spent all that time in Odyssey. We spent all that time in Siege.
I just don't think
we're recurring really customers to Ubisoft, essentially. So I feel like we should be rewarded for that and not have these things like expired and taken away. But I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, usually the stuff you get from the Uplay Club,
I mean,
like for Assassin's Creed, it's pretty low tier. Like,
yeah, especially in Assassin's Creed when they have the fucking microtransaction store. But I mean, like, you could. The cool thing about the Assassin's Creed games is that you could buy the costumes for the older assassins. So like, you could buy Altair's outfit. Altair is my favorite assassin. I want to be able to load up my new Assassin's Creed game and pick up Altair's robes immediately and put them on.
Yeah,
that's what I want out of the Assassin's Creed games. I can't do that in Odyssey, but I get it because they have their new RPG system. But whatever, I was able to do it up until Black Flag, and I had a lot of fun with that. Hell, I was also able to do it in Origins. Because they had a separate thing for costumes, and the armor didn't really count towards it. So yeah, I was able to as Bayek. I was able to run around in Altair's robes, which looked amazing on Bayek. And it just enhanced my gameplay, honestly. Just enhanced my experience being able to just purchase the things day one.
To be honest, Ubisoft Club the whole time it's existed has just been really interesting experiment. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And hell, it gets us extra renown in Siege. And chibis. Don't forget our little chibi charms. Got ourselves a little recruit chibi this week.
It's weird to me, really, because there's not really a point to doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they're losing anything on this. Like, there's no loss for them. It's just we're losing out on possibility of like, oh, my tokens from Assassin's Creed 2 are expiring.
It just feels weird, like oddly, slightly negative PR that I don't know why they chose to.
Yeah. I just hopped on my account. I got 725 Ubisoft.
Jesus.
Like tokens, I don't know what you want to call them.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, if you give them your money and your time, they just shouldn't expire.
Yeah, like I've bought, look at all the games that I bought and I've spent time in. I've played through. I earn those points. Those are my points.
The one I have expiring are from like Far Cry 3.
Anything that would have been before March 31st.
What year?
2017.
So pretty much everything before Origins.
Pretty much everything before Assassin's Creed Origins.
I didn't know.
Actually, Assassin's Creed Origins, I believe.
That's pushing it.
Or no, I know it launched in like November or October.
Didn't they take a year between Origins and?
Yeah, so I think Origins launched in the later half, like fall of 2017 actually. So yeah, and there wasn't a release before that. So yeah, basically anything before Origins. So like if you bought Far Cry 4, those are expiring in March 31st, 2019. Any Assassin's Creed game before Origins expires March 31st, 2019. Watch Dogs. Either of the Watch Dogs games. Because I'm pretty sure Watch Dogs 2 came out in... I don't know. Watch Dogs 2 might have been okay. I think that launched with Origins pretty quickly.
Are you guys ready to dig into the meat now?
Yes.
Because Jesus Christ, we're almost 2 hours in. And we're not even
an hour and 45 minutes. I knew this was gonna be long.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, here we go. So Valve has a new revenue split, and it fucks Indie.
Yep.
So now the way it works is like taxes, but reversed.
Yep.
Huh. All right. So the more money you make, the less of a cut Valve takes, which is weird. I'm guessing it's to like get the people who are making their own launchers to stay.
I think it's a mix. I think it's a mix of that and the fact that it's literally like it gets to a point where like when they're taking 30% of a AAA title, they're making like an absurdly stupid amount of money for no reason, for doing nothing.
And everyone's always been fine with it. For no
reason. I know, but like, if a game makes $10 million and Valve takes $3 million of that, and Valve did absolutely nothing except for just put that shit on their store, that's ridiculous.
This has always been like this.
Oh, I know, and it's always been.
Long to
yeah, it should not have taken this long. It should not have taken this long.
Yeah, so for just a $60 game, Valve is making $18 just having it on there.
Yeah, they're now only going to be taking a 25% cut over and above 10 million. Which is interesting, and they're taking 20% beyond 50 million. But the first 10 million will still be split the 70-30.
Yeah. Which is kind of lame because I feel like Steam was just such a huge platform for indie developers. Like, where do they go now?
It definitely was to an extent. I mean, no, nothing's changed for them. Nothing has changed for them. They're still the 70-30 split.
Money-wise, though.
Yeah. I mean, this is the same.
Changing.
Yeah, nothing's changing for them. This is the same cut. If they make more than 10 million, then they get to keep more money. It's not really affecting them as much. It's mainly affecting the games that are making more than $10 million.
Really quickly,
an indie game can make more than $10 million.
Right, but like
it's very rare.
To be fair, like it's the smaller you are, the worse off you are.
Yes, I mean, you're still getting the shit end of the stick, but nothing has. It's the same shit end of the stick that you've been taking this entire time. And we're gonna get into some other options. We're gonna get into some other options here as well, aside from Steam.
Like Mason, the Airdorf guy who was on Illuminati.
Yeah.
He's like a single man developer.
From
it's not
Faith.
even his main hobby.
Faith.
Yeah, the Faith guy.
Yeah.
Faith is a really interesting game. It's a little indie game. One dude made it. It's not gonna sell gangbusters, and he's gonna.
And you can complete it in 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's a good game. I watched the playthrough of it. It's really interesting.
It's got a lot of replayability for it. So.
But he's gonna take a bigger hit from this than like someone like any independent developer with a fair team. Like even Subset, which has like 2 people, their games sell way better, and there's 2 of them, but they're still not making like that Rainbow Six Siege money.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are hit way worse than anyone else, and those are the guys that probably need it more. Interestingly enough, as well, while we're looking this up, I looked into it. GOG takes 30% as well.
Mm-hmm.
So GOG technically takes more than anybody at this point. The Epic Store that we're going to speak about in a minute, it takes 12% flat. Takes less if you use the Unreal Engine as well.
Yeah, so...
Not really a good representation of a game store. The iOS store takes 30% as well. The best one in terms of percentage cut is itch.io. It only takes 5%.
Yeah.
But that's also like this. That's like the mom and pop shop.
Yeah, but the Epic Game Store has just recently been announced. The creators of Fortnite, Epic Games, they made the Unreal Engine. It's their engine. They own it. You can download it. It'll automatically try and download Fortnite on your PC. I almost downloaded Fortnite on my PC by accident yesterday, trying to download this to check it out. Definitely the best deals for these upcoming developers with an only 12% cut. 5% if they cover the 5% engine royalty, so they're only taking 7% if you're using their engine. Yeah, so that's insane actually. They're basically They're trying to make their own game storefront like Steam.
It's very primitive at the moment.
It's very primitive. If you go on there right now, there's almost nothing on it. But this is them trying to pull people into, and it's Epic fucking Games, who Fortnite is unbelievably popular.
This is
I don't care for it. Cobra doesn't care for it. Trevor likes it a little bit. It's unbelievably popular. You can't say it's not. So it draws a crowd, for sure.
The secret here as well that kind of came out, the guy who made Steam Spy, which is like an analytical service where he just combed through Steam for information on like sales and everything. He's actually the head of the Epic Game Store, and he spent the last 3 years building this.
Yep.
Wow.
So he really was a Steam Spy.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm sure he's been reaching out to creators and small indie developers.
Well, he's just been engineering it on the back end.
Well, yeah.
Server ready, figuring out how he wants to do things.
Well, yeah.
There are issues with this store, but it's still evolving, so it's very hard for us to critique it at the minute.
Yeah, I could attempt to pull it up, but it would literally be an attempt. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go. Let me see if I can capture this window.
There's no search feature, whatsoever. It's just what the front page is right now. The store currently has no form of refunding, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be. There's a lot of anti-consumer things in it for the time being. There's no review pages. You can't review a game.
Yeah.
There's no forums to speak on. The reasoning for that, they said, was they were too toxic, and they'd rather communicate through Reddit, which I kind of understand.
I get that.
But it's hard to say too much. It's just so primitive. As well, we don't know if the store is going to be region-specific in terms of currency, because if they're not, that's a really big issue for anyone not American.
Yeah.
That Steam and GOG both do. So there's just too much in the air right now.
Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of a pain to pull this up.
The main thing is that when you look at this, what's happening is there's a new kid on the block.
Yeah. And it's a promising future for anyone that wants to put their game on the store.
Before this, there were like small little launchers that were publisher specific. Origin, Battle.net.
Yeah, Battle.net's gotten a lot bigger. They're not a big storefront, but they hold games from both Blizzard and Activision.
Yeah. I can't think of any other big ones at the minute.
EA's got their Origin. Ubisoft has theirs now. Bethesda has their shit show.
Oh yeah, Ubisoft had Uplay, and Bethesda had theirs. And there were two big kids on the block, and that was GOG, barely.
Yeah.
I love GOG, but they're small time, and Steam, which has like most of the market share.
Yeah.
Now Epic's here, and with Epic being Epic fucking Games and having all the monies from Fortnite, and anybody who has Fortnite on their PC now has the Epic Games Store installed. Hot damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. They're in a position to actually do this.
I'm trying to pull it up actually, and it's just infinitely loading here. So like as you can see, it is in a very, very prototype kind of build here. It's not like it's as well. It's just like it shouldn't have this kind of issue. Not my PC, at least.
Reading the comments as well on subreddit about this and posts about this, people are not happy. They think this is a bad thing. I don't know.
I can't imagine why this would be
they're just
bad.
lazy assholes and don't want to install more launchers.
Yeah, there's nothing. I don't see any sort of detriment to this existing.
The main thing people are worried about is
Steam does not. Valve just doesn't need more money. That's just a fact. It doesn't need more money.
The main thing people are worried about is exclusivity to Epic Games or Steam, because some Steam games have been pulled or have swapped their release date on Steam to be decided, and they've 100% confirmed they're going to be on Epic Games Store, which I guess it makes sense for especially smaller games, because they're only taking 12% of our money, and anyone who has Fortnite installed, which is kind of the world at this point,
will see your game.
The store.
They will see your game.
Because
it being hosted on this, it will do all the advertising for you.
Yeah, it being on Epic Games Store right now, you're one of 10 games. And you being on Steam right now, you're one of countless fucking games and asset flips and other things you could be drowned in.
Yep.
It just kind of makes sense to do that.
Yeah. It's another option, is mainly what we're saying here.
Well, that's what people are worried about.
And,
It being exclusive to Epic Games and not being on Steam makes it not an option. Now
No, there are games on both platforms still, I believe. I believe Darksiders 3 is on both.
My counter to that, though, is get the fuck over it and download another launcher. Is it that big of a deal?
Yeah, especially they're both on your same system. They both run the same system. So like that argument is just that argument's juvenile. It doesn't make any yeah. It's like,
and there's also programs that can like get every game on your system into one little launcher for you. You can get things like that.
Yep.
It's just I don't really.
Even then, some of the Epic Game stores have basically been pushing back or scrapping their Steam releases entirely. Mm-hmm. Like they've just been canceling them. Like they're just not releasing on Steam. There's not going to release.
Gonna have to stop being an asshole at some point.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a choice.
Because they have such a better deal on the Epic Game Store that they would rather be exclusive to that store than have a Steam version taking 30% of the cut.
It's not just little old GOG now.
Yeah.
Challenging them. It's fucking Epic.
Everyone's realizing that, hey, Steam's a problem. It's a shit show. Valve's not doing hardly anything about it.
They're not making games.
They're sure shit. They sure shit ain't making their own games with all that money that they're making. Like anyone remember Portal 2?
We all remember it.
We love Portal 2. We love Valve games. We love. I hate Half-Life. I love Portal. I hate Half-Life. CS:GO's okay.
I like Portal Left 4 Dead.
They still make CS:GO, I guess.
Let's. I feel like we're just gonna run in a circle here if we keep going on with this. The main point is that the PC ecosystem for stores is changing, and I think that's a good thing. Some people might not, but I just see it as a positive.
Yep.
Fortnite Creative, Trevor. This is why we brought you here. Do you want to talk about Fortnite?
So I guess with the new season rolling out, one of the places, Risky Reels, they completely wiped, and they have a place called The Block. So they brought in Fortnite Creative, and essentially they're letting the community kind of build something, and they're going to take what they feel like is the best one and put it in that little place where The Block is, essentially.
It reminded me a lot of Forge mode as well, and the other things you can do with it.
I messed around with it a couple hours ago. It does feel a little bit like Forge. Not as in depth, obviously.
What is when Halo 5 Forge?
So do you have to do this in the Battle Royale section, or is it like its own like game mode that you launch right now?
There's its own little like window, like solely for creative.
Okay.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it while you're fighting everybody else or any of that.
Okay. Because I feel like it would be figured it would be a complete fucking shit show if you had to do this in the middle of the Battle Royale.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's essentially what the creative is right now. I don't mind seeing if them open it up to like an entire island and maybe trying to get a different map rotation instead of just changing areas.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of content creators are going after it as well.
But, I mean, it seems like it's Epic's way of trying to make more money without having to do really any work.
Yeah, see, to me, that's what it feels like. It feels like they're out of ideas. Like, I get it. Maybe they actually do want to get the community involved in this, but to me, it feels like they're running out of ideas because they keep destroying and changing shit in the game, and just adding. It seems like they're adding more than they can deal with to the game. Yeah. Like they're constantly trying to keep up with the fan base to keep them invested in playing and buying more V-Bucks. Like that's what it feels like to me, in this specific case. There's been literally 6 seasons since I last played at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
6 seasons. And the game's not even out yet.
The Battle Royale is still in beta, technically.
Yeah, no, the entire game is still out. not out
anyone
yet.
care about the main game?
The main game was supposed to be released for free when it came out. It never did.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the main game was supposed to be released for free when it came out. It never has. It is still not free. You still have to pay $30 to play it.
It's kind of the same situation as Grand Theft Auto 5, because weren't we supposed to get story DLC and then Rockstar saw?
I don't think we were ever promised it.
No. You can legitimately go to the first summer after online, and they say that they have single player in the works.
Okay.
If you really want me to, I can go through fucking old ass art.
Okay.
Sign up, but please don't make me.
No, you're good. You're good.
Literally 3 years
I'll take
ago.
your word for it on that one.
So I mean, yeah, they saw they were making all this money off of the multiplayer. So I mean, why?
I mean, that's not to say that's a good thing, though.
Time on,
that is still a bad thing.
To be fair, if people weren't really getting into what was there and they turned it into a battle royale and people have all this fun with it, I mean, what's the harm?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
To be fair, that's the only reason I got Fortnite was when the battle royale.
But they made it. But they've been promising the single player it's going to be released for free. You can play it now for $30.
It's like horde mode.
Nope.
It's kind of a castle defense.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but there's also like open world exploration. There's a lot of really interesting things in the single player that I liked a lot when I played it. But they kind of dropped it. Like they've stopped kind of supporting it really, as well.
I'm not gonna blame them for that though. When this is making so much money and that was making so little money.
So I mean, you also gotta remember when Fortnite first came out, like PUBG wasn't really that optimized, at least for the console.
Absolutely, it's still not.
Today, bud.
It's still not, dude. That's how it was able to take such a massive. Yeah, no, that's how it was able to take such a massive leap. Is how fluidly it runs. How it still took the same idea but made it fun. It kept the fun in a very different and creative way, and I definitely give Fortnite the props on that. But it feels like they're really running out of steam. It feels like they're really running out of momentum. They've been trying to put random shit in for 7 seasons. This is the 7th season, yeah, for 7 seasons now. It's still quote unquote in beta, yet they're still making you buy the battle pass. This is in beta with season 7. And they're still making you buy V-Bucks to buy a new skin every week, a new dance, a new emote, all that stuff. Like it feels like they're running out of steam, and that's their excuse is like, hey, build this for us. We'll throw it in. We'll throw our favorite in there. Yeah. And they know that no one's gonna that they're not gonna agree on the best one.
Yeah.
God knows Smite sure as shit didn't take the best community creation.
Let's not go into that one, dude.
Yeah, but yeah. They do these community events, and like a good 80% of the player base is going to hate it while 20% like it. It seems like a bad idea. But I get what they're trying to do if it's actually what they're trying to do and not just like a facade.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So to be fair with Fortnite still being in beta, Fortnite Battle Royale dropped September last year.
Yep.
DayZ is just now coming out of beta.
Let's not compare DayZ. DayZ is a problem on its own right, being in that state as well.
I have no clue to say that game, and I prefer not to. Prefer not to make judgment. I have no fucking clue what that situation is. But at the same time, it's very telling that something I was so excited for back in 2014 is out in 2018, and I have no understanding of its state. I don't understand or know anything about the condition of that game. Yeah. It's been 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, Crackdown 3 got announced 5 years ago, but they haven't been letting people play it and spend money on it, like an absurd amount of money. Like people have dropped so much unbelievable money into Fortnite. It's absurd. Like it's the same kind of. It's. I want to say it's not really the gambling edition because it's not loot boxes. You know what you're buying.
It's the battle pass.
But it's so much fake stuff that doesn't have a real value that is really, really pricey. Like it's $15 for a skin.
I like the fact that Crackdown was announced
with the Xbox One.
in 2013, and it's going, or yeah, in 2013 with the Xbox, and it's gonna release the same year that they're probably gonna announce the next Xbox.
Yeah.
I hope they announce the next crack. They go ahead and announce the next Crackdown so it can keep this cycle rolling.
Oh god, yeah. Oh man.
All right. Speaking of dances, do you guys want to say anything else about the rapper doing them?
Okay. Well, I know we have.
Who the hell is even 2 Milli?
Yeah, I've never heard of 2 Milli. I'm not in the rap scene or anything. But
Gangsta.
yeah.
I need me a gangsta bitch.
I don't know. I know we have completely differing opinions on this, Cobra.
It's not differing opinions. I don't agree that the ruling is already set in stone.
I don't think it's set in stone, but I'm almost positive that it'll rule in favor of Epic Games on this. Basically, the gist of it is that this rapper does a dance in his he does this movement called what the emote is called Swipe It. It's this movement that he does in the dance, and here it is on screen here. But it's a single dance movement, and it's not the entirety of his music video from what I've seen. So it's not the entirety of the dance for the song. It's just a single movement that he does. And under U.S. copyright law, you cannot copyright a single movement. You cannot copyright the moonwalk. You can't copyright dabbing. You cannot copyright a single body movement. You can copyright an entire choreographed set, like a dance. If you Michael Jackson could have probably copyrighted the entirety of Smooth Criminal, but he couldn't copyright just the lean. He couldn't copyright just the moonwalk. Britney Spears could have copyrighted the entirety of the dance to Toxic, but she didn't. But she probably could have. But in this case, that is a single movement. I don't think there's a claim there for this being under copyright, especially when it's such a simple movement. It requires like no skill, no effort. It probably took him like he probably literally was just doing it while he was rapping. He didn't even think about it. And if he did, then okay, but it's not enough. Like it's not enough to just copyright the whole damn thing. If you ask me, it's just not enough. And like this bit here. No, that's not the entirety of it though. Yeah, so I don't think that there's a claim there.
Yeah, I mean
the courts might say differently, but under copyright law, you cannot copyright a single movement. You can copyright a choreographed set, I believe. I'm trying to find it.
The main annoyance to me in this lawsuit, though, is he's making it a racial issue.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
And saying that Epic Games is profiting off young African American talent.
Well, it's just not the case.
I feel like that's the thing that kind of pisses me off, because that's not part of this, but he's making it part of it. That might be to strengthen his case. I don't know. I
mean, you don't see Childish Gambino going after him though for like the movement from from This Is America. There's a movement that he does in there that they also have in Fortnite.
Well,
Childish Gambino didn't go after him for it.
I pulled up Fortnite right now. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the Fresh Prince, but they have the Carlton in there. You don't see lawsuits on that.
Yeah, the Carlton's in there. There's like
they got the robot.
Yeah,
they have Reanimated from Thriller. Michael Jackson's kids aren't going after because it's just
they don't have a claim. I mean, even if they wanted to, they just don't have that kind of claim for a small dance.
It's also, to be fair...
And it was never patented. It was never copyrighted. He didn't copyright it. He didn't go after to copyright it until after, he complained about this.
Just as to the point to the Michael Jackson thing, though, is that the dances by Michael Jackson are at this point like a part of the culture, and parodied and used in so many different scenarios that to try and protect that as a copyright would be physically impossible.
Yeah. But even still, the Carlton, you know it's from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
the creators of that dance aren't going after him because they know there's nothing there.
Even the basic Fortnite dance, from Scrubs, the dude, he's upset. Yeah, he's upset. Yeah, it's from Scrubs. The dude, the guy is clear. The guy came out he's completely upset by it, by the fact that it's in there and he doesn't feel like it's his anymore. But I mean, in the description of the basic dance that you start the game with that you don't pay any money for, it says, "I ain't no scrub," or something like that. Like it is a direct comeback to Scrubs and that of who it comes from, and everyone knows it comes from him. Like it's gone all over the internet of him doing that dance. So like, it's like not
Out of all the emotes, I feel like that one would have the most claim because
that is an entire dance.
That
is the entire dance. It's not copyrighted, but you don't need to be copyrighted to be under copyright protection technically, because it's clearly him doing it. It's obviously him doing it. He's in the credits of the fucking show, for God's sakes. Yeah. It's him doing it. But they're not profiting off that one, whereas they are profiting off this one, which I do understand because this one does cost V-Bucks. You do not get this by baseline. Yeah. Because you get this in the battle pass. And the battle pass costs V-Bucks. But it still is not an entire dance. It's just not. It is a single movement. And you can't copyright that. But he can still take it to court. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere though.
I am of the opinion that I don't know. I can't agree that I feel strongly either way. I am curious as to what the court will say about this, and it's especially important that this is in a Californian court. Thus, Californian courts are historically very anti-big business.
Yeah.
And Epic is a very profitable company. I am curious. That is definitely plays into why I'm not sure who will win this. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah, that'll be the only difference is just
where it's being
in California. Yeah.
But
moving forward a bit, the PlayStation Classic piece of shit. All right. God. In further news, no, but the PlayStation Classic, you can plug in a keyboard, press escape, and it accesses a PlayStation 1 emulator that you can download for your computer.
Yep.
That's all that thing is.
Yep.
Don't buy that fucking thing.
It's literally just an emulator put in a box that someone else made. Yeah. In other news, we have some Counter-Strike news. Counter-Strike Go adds a Battle Royale mode and goes free-to-play. I'm not surprised that it went free-to-play.
I am. Play sooner?
Yeah, it should have been free to play.
Well, that fucking thing is rife with the worst microtransactions in the world.
Yeah, it is really bad when it comes to that. The gameplay-wise, it seems really fun. I've always wanted to try it. I'd never wanted to pay the money for it, though. I think about 2 weeks before this happened, they allowed you to play it for free, but they only let you play against bots. And then if you liked it, you could buy the game. But now it's 2 weeks later, it's already gone free to play.
This feels like a thing I'm gonna watch people play on YouTube, and I never have a desire myself.
Yeah. But they also had a battle royale mode. I haven't played it. I don't know how it is.
To be fair, you've never liked battle royale, then.
I've never loved them. No, it's never been my main focus. I wasn't on that hype train. I enjoy them to an extent. I really like Rings of Elysium. I really like Blackout when I'm only playing solos or duos. Blackout, I feel, is absolutely miserable in squads in Call of Duty. I played Fortnite when it during end of season 1 into season 2. I've played PUBG sporadically since its release, but yeah, I don't know how it is. I can't say, but if you do play CS:GO, they have a battle royale added to it. We'll have to. I feel like we can probably try it. It's free, so we might as well try it, and we can see how we like it. And we can come back to that another show.
Yeah.
But that is big news for CS:GO players and for people that are interested in playing it, because now you can play the regular game modes for free.
Sure as fuck Valve ain't never making another video game.
Yeah. Now they're not.
But this one's weird, interesting but weird. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 now has its Battle Edition exclusively on PC for the Battle.net. What it is for $30 you get the multiplayer and Blackout, not zombies. But it slices the price in half. For people who don't care about zombies, it's a good deal. But that's kind of why you want Black Ops 4.
Yeah, zombies is literally the only reason I bought Black Ops 4 for the most part. The Battle Royale was kind of a bonus to me, and the multiplayer shit unless you're playing Heist. And Heist, hey, CSGO. There you go. It's like a CSGO version on console.
There's no way to get just the zombies.
Not yet,
like I originally
but
thought.
they're probably going to.
I hope.
They did it. Yeah. Well, they did it. They did it for the other games. They did a just zombies edition, I think, for Black Ops 3, I think, or like just a zombies pass to just get the zombies content, and then you didn't have to pay the absurd price for the multiplayer map packs.
But I know there's a lot of people out there who don't give a shit about zombies, and here you go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is one of those things where like. You can use the loot box excuse, and it's not you being an asshole. It's about player choice. Actually, yeah, kind of here it is.
Yeah. Like if you know that you don't want to play zombies and you don't like the zombie modes in these games, but you really want to play Blackout and the shitty multiplayer, then go on.
I don't feel there's much to say about this. Chicago's now actually taxing.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it when they first started talking about it in the other podcast.
I bet my left nut as soon as someone takes it to court, and I assure you Sony will, that will be gone.
Yeah.
I imagine, I know Apple's already kind of have a lawsuit sitting in right now.
Apple's already acting, I'm pretty sure.
They're not getting taxed right now with a lawsuit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to last. That's all. That's not the thing. I perhaps in a spurt of foolishness actually trust the United States government to take care of it.
Yeah, it's kind of a spurt of foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Game Awards.
Well, Trevor, do you want to say something about the tax?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I mean we kind of put faith in our government with the net neutrality stuff, and look, that failed us. So God damn it. I mean, I'm not holding my breath on it.
Fuck you, a Jeep pie.
A Jeep pie, fuck you, dude. Like seriously, how much of an asshole do you have to be?
They really like the Sydney Hyde in Mississippi. After she made a joke about a public hanging.
Yeah, Game Awards.
About her black opponent.
Oh God.
And my state still elected her.
Jesus Christ. Yep, Game Awards. We're gonna begin.
You let me.
We don't have time.
We won't dwell on it. We won't dwell on it.
We got a Psychonauts 2 trailer. Cover, you're super into Psychonauts, aren't you?
Super is not a good word. I liked it a lot.
So
did you guys play it?
I did not.
You guys play it?
Did not.
Trevor, you play it?
I did not.
You fuckers, go play it.
This is from Starbreeze.
Go play it. Take 8 hours to play it, then we're gonna meet back. All right, break. No.
No.
We're not.
So this is from Starbreeze, but more importantly, Double Fine.
Starbreeze, yeah, mainly the Double Fine thing. So this follows up literally, like, I think it takes place 5 minutes after the end of the first one. Like, literally, 5 minutes after. Rasputin is actually with the fucking goddamn, it's been so long since I played this game. With the, like, secret psychic agent thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's at their headquarters, and basically it's just more Psychonauts.
Okay.
Really good game. It's a traditional 3D platformer.
Reminds
us
like
the old mascot platform.
Ratchet and Clank.
More like Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
More like Crash Bandicoot, but with psychic powers and interesting like levels that are actually in people's minds.
Okay.
And like really weird acid trip stuff. And like occasionally it is super dark because you're in people's heads and they have like trauma, and you have to try and go inside their head and figure out a way to help them like move through it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's an interesting game.
Yeah, seems like it.
And the original completely takes place in like a psychic summer camp and things like that.
All right.
It's a good game. It's very much a product of its time of the early Xbox.
Yeah.
But it's good, and I am excited. I will play the sequel.
Okay. I might have to. I'll have to pick up the first one on sale at some point and give it a shot.
It's worth your time.
I'm a big fan of those games.
It's worth your time, but it's also, once again, I cannot stress enough, it is an original Xbox game.
Right.
It's easy to tell that, but it also has the boon of, you can see right here how stylistic it is.
Yeah.
So it ages pretty well.
Right.
Because it's not trying to be realistic in 2002. It's its own unique art style.
Yeah. All right.
Atlas.
Oh God. Yeah.
Trevor, did you play Ark?
I played a little bit of it. I just couldn't get into it.
Did you play it multiplayer? Did you play it with friends?
I didn't have people to play with.
Yeah, you need to play it with friends.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Trevor, stop playing games alone. You're not supposed to play alone.
Do you have it on Xbox? Or on the Switch?
Not installed.
Okay.
On Xbox.
Because we do play it on Xbox. We do play
it.
With you. We play it quite often. Or sporadically. But it is unbelievably fun if you have other people.
We will play with you. We will go get you a dodicari. We will show you that it will take a shit that will rip that poor little creature apart.
And it can take a grenade.
And you,
about 30 of them, actually.
The dodicari is with like 3 grenades and maybe a rocket launcher. They're tough little bastards. It's like having a puppy, Trevor. You get to take it and you get to love it, but you don't have to worry about a car hitting it and it dying, because if the car hits it, it's gonna fuck up that car.
Yeah, that car's totaled if you do it. Yeah. But this is by the creators of Ark, Studio Wildcard. They actually they demoed a screenshot of this.
No, it was a video.
A video of this about a year ago, but no one paid it any mind because they thought it was just for shareholders. Turns out it was not. I mean, it was, but they had a real idea behind it, and I was hoping for this. Like, I was really hoping for this, and it is.
It's Ark meets piracy.
Well, it's supposedly it's an MMO. It's supposedly a giant sandbox survival MMO. 1,200 times the size of Ark's game world.
To be fair, that's very scary because Ark never ran that well.
But as well, Ark's game world is massive. I mean, granted, we have giant fucking ships. It appears like, and varying sizes of them, varying types of ships.
I don't know.
This
what
is
they
very.
mean by MMO,
I feel like this is early. But it looks pretty flushed out as far as like content of like what they have the idea that they want, and like it's going to be available on Steam on the 13th, and I'm probably going to play.
Wildcard was really good with Ark about adding shit, but they never optimized too well. But they were more about content optimization, which is either like, yeah, that's okay, or Jesus Christ, that's fucking terrible. If you're like PC Master Race.
Yeah.
But I want to play it. I don't
it looks
know what
incredible.
I don't know what they mean by MMO. Do they consider Ark MMO? Is it just like Ark, but like pirates?
Well, okay, so they said that the servers can hold 40,000 concurrent players.
What the fuck?
But it's a sandbox survival MMO like old school, like Project Gorgon, Cobra is what it. If
it's like Project Gorgon, I'm more interested. Actually,
yeah, that's what a sandbox MMO is in my mind. Is because it looks like you can manipulate the world. They don't consider it an MMO, no.
I don't know.
They consider it a sandbox survival game, but not an MMO.
I think it has MMO on Steam. The tag.
If it does, it's because the server can hold 64 players.
Yeah. Okay. But the end of the day.
1,200 times the size. Like.
Yeah.
One times the size of it is huge, but like 1,200 times, like how I don't know.
It comes out the 15th on PC, I think.
The 13th on PC. I will be playing it.
Ark does not have the MMO.
It's also coming to the Xbox Game Preview program next year in 2019. We don't know when. Probably near the end. But I'm going to get it on PC, and then I'll get it again on Xbox.
Really?
Yes.
Depending on how well.
Depending on how expensive it is, but But
I can see us thinking a lot of time into it.
We love pirate games. Like that's just we love pirate games. We love Sea of Thieves. This looks like it looks like it'll have the same kind of feel as Sea of Thieves, but with like
you may
but
have
with
to
its
go
own.
without me on the PC part, mate.
I'm fine with that. Because I know your PC won't run it very well, but I mainly I want to do it to try it, and I want to see like what all's in it, so I can hopefully give some sort of view on it on the next show. So
okay.
I'm going.
That's a good reason.
I mainly want to do it so I can give a view on it on the next show, so we know a bit more about it, because you never really know until you get your hands on it. So yeah, multiple biomes, tropical forests, deserts, even polar regions. Massive boss fights from the look of it. I saw Hydra. There's a dragon, Megalodon. I saw some kind of there's a Hydra right there and a troll of some sort. There's giant sharks. Oh man, like look at this, like all the animations from Ark and stuff. Just it looks very fleshed out. And like a big surprise, a giant fire elemental.
Some of the Ark trailers, they've always been good at making trailers.
Yeah, they always have been.
That whale hunt looks great though.
But it looks like there's a very large variety in like clothing, like that we didn't see in Ark. We saw like the 5 armor tiers, and that was it. Now we have like it looks like to be unique clothing. Looks like fort raids with multiple ships, PvP combat. Diving suits.
When did this become a pirate video game?
Storms. I mean, we love pirates. We love pirates, and we don't get enough of them.
Can we just play Blackbeard and Siege from now on and only play pirate?
I have his hat. I have the pirate hat for Blackbeard.
Let's just play Blackbeard and Capital and keep requesting them to add setup on it.
Give it to Maverick. Give him a powered wig.
Give Maverick power wig. There you go.
Yeah, so that's Atlas. I will be playing it next week.
Make it Maverick's elite skin, and whenever he makes the hole and sees it, he goes, ha ha!
Ha ha!
It's the most obvious thing possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I'm unbelievably excited for this.
Just give everybody a pirate hat.
Just give everyone some sort of pirate costume. So excited for this.
But let's make Valk sexy.
Yeah.
Well,
it says December 13th in the video, but 15th in the article for some reason. So, even though it says 13th on the title, I think that in the article the 15th is a typo. I think it is releasing on the 13th.
It could be typo.
Yeah, because everything else is the 13th. Whereas that first thing on the Steam Early Access is the 15th. But down below it says 13th. The video says 13th. The title says 13th. Yeah. It's coming out 13th almost.
Yeah,
I mean, a Thursday makes more sense than a Saturday.
Yeah. We got some Rage 2 news.
Not anything.
Nothing
huge. Just.
We have a release date.
Yeah,
and it's exclusive on the Bethesda launcher on PC.
Yeah.
But
I think that's biting them in the ass. I think that's gonna bite them in the ass.
I think so too, because their shit sucks. May 14th is the release date, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So late spring release or mid spring? No, late spring. That's a late spring release in May.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be seeing that just before the summer. Looks cool. Looks like it's a single player game, right?
Yeah.
Like all the other ones.
Yeah, it's single player.
Yeah, looks crazy fun though. Yeah, we have a couple friends that are super into that series, so I'm sure they'll enjoy it. I don't think Clang.
You don't need it's Clang.
Yeah, it's Clang. I'm not big on it, but I know. But it looked great. Like from what I've seen, like the trailers and stuff that they released at E3, it looks amazing. We got some MK11.
Yes.
Also revealed at Gamescom.
Okay, Trevor, you play it. Thank Christ. Good.
I play it too. I played X. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat games actually. Releasing April 23rd, it looks like, and we're gonna get another community reveal on the 17th. But we got our official announcement trailer for MK11. Super exciting. I'm hoping Goro's not pre-order bonus again, because that was annoying.
It looked like Shao Kahn was this time around.
Okay, well, I don't care about Shao Kahn, so that's good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
At 11, what the fuck can you add? Like,
Well, okay. In X, they added like Leatherface, Predator, and Alien.
weren't they in the one before that? Or
I don't think so. No, they weren't.
I think Freddy Krueger was.
Freddy Krueger was, but he wasn't in X. I do think
Okay.
Freddy Krueger was in it as well.
I'm just saying,
We also have we also got
11.
Jason. We got a lot of
You
horror
can put
movie
11,
characters
like,
actually.
How much more can you add?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I love how much they hype Scorpion because he's fucking badass.
Yeah. I'm pumped for it.
Joe was a
MK,
little,
yeah, Freddy Krueger was an MK9. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Joe was a little
pumped.
upset. Angry Joe. That they made Ermac like what they turn him into an X?
Ermac?
Yeah.
I didn't hate Ermac.
I think he was a mummy or something. Wasn't
Oh yeah. They made him into a mummy.
mummy.
Yeah, they made him into a
Yeah.
mummy. No, that sucked. I had all the classic skins, so I had Ermac in his classic skin.
Joe
So
was
I didn't
really
notice
upset
it all
about
that much,
because
but
apparently
yeah, the
Ermac
mummy
is
sucks.
Hispanic, and he's the only Hispanic character. Is that right?
I've got no idea.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that because they were all basically they all looked exactly the same up until like MK4. I think they basically all looked exactly the same up until then, and even then they still look similar, but they all had their
Ermac was
own
a
unique
bug,
move
wasn't he?
sets. Huh?
Ermac was a bug or something, wasn't he?
No.
I think he was. That's why he's named Ermac.
No.
No, he wasn't a bug.
I mean, there's
he's always looked exactly like Sub-Zero and Scorpion up until MKX.
Yeah.
Like they've always been in the same exact red. He was just a red version. Like his suit was just a red version of
Hey,
Scorpion.
can you
in
give me
them.
a second here?
Yeah.
Ermac is a fictional character in the Mortal Kombat fighting game franchise by Midway Games. The character originated due to rumors over a diagnostics menu listing that displayed the text Ermac, followed by claims of an alleged glitch in the first game.
hmm
So there's apparently.
Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant by bug.
Oh.
I thought you meant like he was literally like
character.
Starship Troopers. He was a bug. I thought that's what you
Yeah,
meant.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was a glitch. Yes, he originally. Yes.
Like, no, he wasn't a bug.
That's what I thought you meant. That's my bad.
But with us talking about a video game, I thought that you would know what I meant.
Yeah. Well, because I thought you were meaning like the weird fucking like Baraka like bug or like like
Are there bugs?
well they have like mandibles and shit. Like some of the characters have mandibles or yeah.
Bee.
Yeah.
Fan how I know that.
I don't know because from our perspective, people who did know that, that's what I thought.
You're right.
They do have giant bug characters.
You're right.
It's all good, but yes. If that's what you meant, then
Reptile,
absolutely, yes.
Giant animal.
Yeah, there are reptiles. Yeah, Devora.
I didn't know I know it was like Killer Instinct style. Like, yeah, this guy's name is Raptor. Well, what's he like? He's a fucking.
He's a raptor.
Wow, that's real creative.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. All right, winding down here. We got a couple more things. Okay, we have one more Game Awards trailer.
We got a lot more.
Well, we
Oh,
have.
yeah,
well,
we
have another trailer that I want to get to. Oh, okay. I see you've added a
Go to the
couple.
bottom.
Yeah, so you added a couple. So let's hit all these trailers before we hit the rest. So
Let's hit Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. We got ourselves a little teaser trailer.
It's just a teaser.
It's just a teaser trailer. There's no information. I know about this because I played them, but hashtag Dreadwolf Rises. It's a direct sequel to Inquisition, with having to deal with the Dreadwolf and him basically trying to turn down the fabric of reality. So that's nice. You hear Solus's voice in the background of this. Yes, we are. New Dragon Age game. So I'm super hyped for this. Dragon Age is one of the best RPGs series that I've played of all time. Origins is by far probably one of the greatest RPGs I've ever played. Dragon Age 2 is good. A lot of people that have mixed feelings on it. I like it. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I like it. And Dragon Age Inquisition is incredible to me. But it doesn't quite get to the standard that Origins was as far as gameplay and story-wise, because just Origins was just so good. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that.
I feel like me and Trevor right now are just staring at each other, just shaking our heads. Fucking nerd.
Yeah. But it's literally just a 1-minute trailer showing some artwork. There's nothing, just like a real cinematic sort of pan. There's no real information added other than just the fact that #Dreadwolf Rises telling us it's a direct sequel to the DLC of Inquisition. That's all it is. So yeah, that's exciting for me and other
Anthem
Dragon
next?
Age fans out there. Yeah, we'll hit that Anthem trailer. We got a new Anthem trailer, which is very exciting.
It's more of a story trailer than anything
Which
else.
is good, because that's
It looks
something
like-
that we didn't have, really. What's this stupid
The
pixel?
animations look good. It's not the Mass Effect Andromeda team, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, no, this is the Mass Effect team on Anthem. This is the Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3 team on Anthem.
Yeah.
That they took away from Andromeda to do Anthem. So that's why I kind of have this high hope of like this for the story and gameplay of this. If it's got any sort of gameplay like Mass Effect Andromeda had, though, like Mass Effect Andromeda probably had the best gunplay out of the entire series. Probably the best
But
gameplay.
movement as well.
Yeah, the movement and gameplay of Mass Effect Andromeda was the best out of the entire series. Changed my mind. You can't.
but watching this trailer, the only thing I could think is this a fucking Star Wars trailer?
Yeah, like look, this just looks straight out of Naboo. It looks straight out of Naboo, or just like the Star Wars universe, which is I love that aspect of it. But it doesn't. It's not an exact copy. It doesn't copy anything. It gives you that nostalgic feel towards it, which is really cool.
BioWare originally didn't they do?
BioWare did Knights of the Old Republic. Yep, along with Obsidian. They did the Knights of the Old Republic games, as well as the Old Republic MMO, which is still going on.
I am
somehow.
far too cautious of EA right now to like tell you I'm gonna play this.
Well,
This
see,
is what I'm gonna let launch.
I'm cautious of them,
fucking
but
month and then see.
I'm cautious of it, but honestly, I can't. If they can't afford to fuck this up, they really can't. If they can, their shit's gonna drop. They're gonna have some serious. It already has. They're gonna have some serious fucking issues.
If EA, look, if you're telling me you don't think EA can find a way to fuck something,
Oh no,
up,
they
I'm sorry,
can,
but-
and I'm. That's why I'm still a little bit reserved. But I'm saying that like they really cannot fuck this up. Like they can't afford to fuck this up.
Yeah, I
Is what I'm
understand
saying. They absolutely can. They can't afford to, but they will, and they can, and they might.
that. Dude,
I really wanted to say they will, but I really don't want them to. I really don't want them to. I want this game to be good.
Service, though, dude. I don't know how they can't fuck it up. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Anthem.
They're
Anthem. I'm not gonna pre-order it.
I'm not pre-ordering it. Absolutely not. I'm not
gonna buy
I'm
it.
not that kind of gambler.
I'm not gonna buy it. Right out of launch.
Mm-hmm.
I might buy it a week after, see how it launches.
Yeah. Not with the shit show Battlefront 2 and Battlefield 5. But
And just Andromeda as
and
well.
yeah, and Andromeda. Luckily it's the
just-
original team, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
I'm hoping the game's gonna have their kind of quality.
Yeah, I mean, just recently, EA isn't really on a good roll right now.
Yeah. EA's fucking things up for everyone, basically. Everyone under EA is getting screwed over because of EA.
Mm-hmm.
DICE, fucking BioWare, it's a complete shit show.
I feel like this is the pinnacle of what happens when you run a company without sustainability in mind
Mhm.
and with only like attempting to please stock investors with quick profits. You just can't. You have to have sustainability because if EA could keep it in their fucking pants, they hadn't fucked up Star Wars, I don't think this whole thing would be on them right now.
If they just hadn't fucked up Star Wars, yeah. But they
I mean,
really,
to be fair,
really fucked up Star Wars.
I didn't play Star Wars Battlefront 2 when it first launched.
Me neither.
I got it about a year after, and I enjoy the shit out of it now that they removed the loot box.
I just picked it up on Black
much.
Friday, and I've enjoyed every second of it.
But the issue is optics and the view.
Yeah,
And
it is.
You can't tell me that you can play Battlefront 2 or look at Battlefront 2 EA and not immediately remember the absolute shitstorm that it was.
Oh yeah.
And that PR is always going to be on them now.
Mm-hmm.
The game, I understand it probably is pretty good at this point, but it has a dark cloud over it permanently, and it's never going to go away.
Yeah, and due to that, probably going to be hurting on keeping that support for that game. They can't afford to not support it right now, as much as they don't want to support it right now. They can't afford not to. So that's why it's still kind of getting updates, I think. But even then, I'm pretty sure they're done with it soon.
Do you want to save my shit for last? Or do you want to do it now?
I mean, we have a it's on topic, so we might as well do it now. It's on topic, so let's hit that now.
What do we want to do, Outer Worlds now, or like?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
We can talk about Crash Team Racing.
You want to talk about Crash Team Racing?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's my childhood. So
go ahead. That's all you, Trevor. Go ahead.
You want to talk about it? Go ahead.
I mean, it just from the trailer, it looked pretty good. I mean, I'm excited to see what more how they expand on it, bring it up to date. Oh, you guys never played?
I think I played it at a friend's house. I think I played it at a friend's house a lot.
I didn't realize that.
The original, but I played some of the old Crash games.
I've completed Crash Bandicoot 1.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just curious to see how they actually play out. Like,
is it a complete remake or is it like a new game?
Well, it looks like it's a complete remake, or remaster, but at the same time, like Spiral,
it's
built from
dude.
The ground up,
yeah, they have to build this from the ground up because it was basically 2D. It was basically that. Like, they basically built this from the ground up. It's quote unquote remastered, but it's the same game essentially that you know and love. Like, I don't think they've changed anything. They've just completely remade literally everything.
So it's a la like Halo 2 Anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Halo 2 Anniversary. They've completely remade everything from the ground up. But they kept everything the same, basically. So, like, all the gameplay should be exactly the fucking same. All the characters should be the same. But, yeah, from the look of it, they just completely remade all the maps, all the characters, everything. And added multiplayer support, online multiplayer support.
Yep.
So, that's exciting. It's like it's like our Mario Kart for not having Switch. It's like Mario Kart. So that's interesting. It's fun. It's good fun.
Yeah.
It's like us having Rare Replay. It's really enjoyable. And our remastered games.
You know what? No. I'm pulling it out, Mason.
Outer Worlds?
No, I'm pulling my executive card. We're doing Outer Worlds last, so I can fucking...
we can talk about the new Far Cry.
Exactly. We'll talk about the new Far Cry.
All right.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't have anything in our...
I realized that, because there's so much shit I didn't want to oversat.
Well,
Trevor,
what's it called?
Has no desire to save us.
Yeah, just give me the name of it real quick. Far Cry. What's the name of it?
New Dawn.
New Dawn. Yeah, because I didn't catch the trailer.
Takes place immediately after Far Cry 5.
I thought it was 7 years after. It's 7 years after the bombs drop, I believe.
Well, I didn't mean immediately after Far Cry 5. It takes place after Far Cry 5 and the world ended. The cultists apparently were right. It seems.
Now, is this actually supposed to be like the Far Cry 6, or because it feels like it's a spinoff? It's a Primal. It's like Primal.
It's Primal in this cycle.
Thank you.
Kind of a gap.
That's what I figured. It's like their secondary studio. Like, hey, this quote unquote happened, but didn't really. or like Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
Blood Dragon was amazing.
I mean, Blood Dragon was actually pretty good for.
It was really fucking good.
So, it's gonna be interesting map wise because I mean, just watching the trailer, it looks
cool.
A lot of what they show, it seems like, is taken from the Far Cry 5 map.
Well, yeah, it's literally like they gave a team like the Far Cry 5 map, and said, "Hey, blow it up and have fun." That seems to be what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
which is pretty much what they did with Primal and 4.
Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, Ubisoft seems to be doing that now, where they take their map and they give it to another team and say, "Hey, do something else with it." It's like, okay, I mean, post-apocalyptic. They blew everything up, so this is cool. It's cool.
Money wise, it makes sense. I mean, why spend money to make a new?
Yeah, consumer wise,
a new map.
It'll be split. Obviously, it's like, hey, we know this isn't going to sell as much. We know it's not going to.
I think it has a low price.
But yeah, it's so we're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell it at half price, and we're not gonna expect much, and we're gonna spend very little amount of money making it because we're reusing so much stuff. We're reusing the map. We're reusing a lot of the assets. All you're doing is just playing with the map and making changes and a new story. So it's like they're cheapo Far Cry.
Besides the dumbass article from Kotaku about it, I am actually interested in this game.
It looks fun. It does. It looks really cool. Because of the unique kind of post-apocalyptic feel that it has.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be possible for me to play it without playing 5. I don't know if I'm going to be punished for that because it takes place after 5.
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I imagine you'll be fine.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem with Primal. And it probably won't be a problem because it doesn't look like it has any sort of correlation to 5. Oh wait, there it is. There's some correlation to 5. Yep, there it is. Okay. You might want to play 5. Just the very end there. Oh yeah, never mind. No, that it's a little bit of correlation to 5. Yep, scratch everything I just said. Yeah, so there's that. Looks cool though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me to get into Far Cry games. 3 was a rare occasion, and I fucking and
3 was
it.
Like the pinnacle, and like they've been trying to capture it ever since, and they just can't.
Voss was just such a good antagonist, and like it made so much sense. It was so unique. The whole like Tatao system was so amazing. Like,
it's very telling.
It lets you play in so many different ways.
It's very telling that ever since Far Cry 3, each entry into the franchise has had a drug segment, just like the iconic one.
Yup. It really has. Yeah. Dude, that wasn't the only one. There was like the whole like beginning where you had to go through the mushroom cave. You had a trippy moment there, and then at the end when you burn, you got the Skrillex Bob Marley song, Damian Marley song. That shit was awesome.
Every Far Cry game since 3, the cover has not featured the protagonist or any character like that. It's
featured the antagonist. Yeah.
Yeah, it's featured the antagonist staring at it. The Far Cry series since 3 has been just trying to recapture 3.
It really has, and
I don't think that's a good move.
Yeah, it's been to no avail for sure.
They keep copying 3. I think they'd be much better off trying to make something different and unique. Like look at the franchise up to 3. Mm-hmm. 1 was a completely different game. You went into an island, you fought like mutants. Mm-hmm. 2 was you were in sub-Saharan Africa. Your character has malaria and has to take pills to continue to survive. If your gun ran out of ammo and you had to pick up one off of a bad guy, they're fucking poor-ass sub-Saharan Africans in a third-world country and their guns rusted to hell and it's gonna jam on you after the third fucking bullet. Why'd you pick that up?
Yeah.
You're gonna jam and kill yourself!
Yeah.
Like, and then they made 3, which is a unique jungle feel, and they copied 3 since, and I think that's a mistake for the franchise. They should keep trying to make each game unique, but they're not.
Well,
Yeah,
at least with the world, they made 5 extremely unique. Because based in North American Montana, beautiful map. But they made the gameplay so dry because to me it felt like I wasn't even allowed to play my normal Far Cry playstyle. I wasn't allowed to play it stealthily. I had to fight everything. I had to do everything head on, balls to the wall, or else I would be dead. And I put all my skill points into stealth, but none of those do anything, it seems. It doesn't have any effect.
They haven't nailed stealth since 3 for me.
3 was so incredible.
I tried to do it in 4 and it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's like what you said.
I didn't even play 4.
4 kept ending up with me and giant gunfights.
Yeah, every single time.
Right, yeah.
I would get a silenced weapon or a bow, and they would still fucking hear it somehow.
Yeah.
Like, it's such... It hurts the gameplay of it so much to see that kind of stuff.
I mean, a suppressed weapon, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, but like a bow.
I mean, if you use a bow or throw a knife,
even then, like a suppressed sniper rifle from like a good like 500 meters out.
And yeah,
that you shouldn't hear that. That's bullshit.
This fucking podcast?
We're sitting at the 2 hours and 52 minute mark. Yeah.
Okay.
We knew this one was going to be long.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
We promise it will not be this long every time. Generally, it's not this long.
For people like me who take long car rides when they listen to a podcast, this is like, this is this is it. This is the pinnacle. This is great. Steam is banning sex games with young-looking characters, but there's been an update since I read the article. Damn, so I need to go. So what's the update? But basically, the story was that Steam was removing basically every visual novel.
It's not important. Just to clarify Top Hat's stance on a game.
But basically, any game with a young-looking character, and in anime, every character looks young because it's anime. Damn it. Was getting removed.
Yeah,
so
they just make characters cute looking. That's all they do.
I don't know why Valve keeps going on these crusades against visual novels.
Yeah.
Because they were doing a thing with not like straight up sex games before this, or dating sims, and now there's this. I don't understand why Valve is worried about this right now when there's so many other problems that we keep bringing up with fucking Steam.
Yeah, like Valve. They have legitimate issues. Like, I'm not saying this isn't legitimate, but they have bigger concerns right now.
Jesus, don't diddle kids. Anyone out there, don't diddle kids.
Yeah, don't do it.
Pretty much.
But they're bigger. This feels petty compared to the other issues Steam is having. Like, on the scale of issues with Valve has, this feels like like a back shelf issue when there's like literal fires in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
The flood of broken ass games, for instance, the asset flips, the Steam Direct problem, the artifact and the Steam market being a shit show.
Yeah.
The artifact partially. The fact that they just fucked over indies with a new pricing structure when Epic Games just announced it immediately after they fucked indies with that. Valve has other problems right now.
Yeah.
Moving on, or anything else you want to say about it?
No, I'm done with that. I'm good on that topic.
Trevor, Dave? Okay.
I'm good.
Only a couple more things left. Don't worry. We're almost done.
We're almost done. The pictures are coming. The dragons are on their way.
The dragons are on their way.
The trailer came out for episode 3 of Walking Dead's final season.
Yep.
Apparently this episode was almost done before Telltale shut down anyway, but it's been finished by Robert Kirkman's new Skybound studio. And they're going to finish up this final season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You can put the trailer up if you want. There's not much
it won't
else
play
to say
for me,
about
so
it.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But basically,
I can't get the player working.
The Walking Dead final season will be finished, I think. I'm pretty damn sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
Episode 3 comes out January 15th next year.
Yep.
PlayStation's no longer giving out their free games with PlayStation Plus for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita games. I don't There's no way to get those numbers. I don't know how many people, because it's PlayStation 4 and like the Xbox One's not backwards compatible, so you had to have your PlayStation 3 still hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people did that. I doubt a lot. PlayStation Vita never sold well in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was just the kind of thing where they were looking at the numbers. There were probably so few fucking people downloading games. The effort anymore.
Right. We have some details for Borderlands 3.
We discussed them a little bit like 3 hours ago.
I don't think we did, other than just the fact that we have some information on it.
Yeah.
But they have the list of all the playable classes. Now this is not final. These are leaked and not final. They're subject to change. Don't expect them to be exactly the same, but they are very fucking promising. Rooster Teeth and the No acquired these exclusive details, so those are
the worst source you can get, really.
Yeah, but they know people at the very least.
Yeah.
So we got ourselves a soldier class. They're gonna get a Titan, like from Titanfall. And yeah, I knew it. I knew you'd call dibs on that one, and they will have a co-op.
I'm not guy.
Well, yeah, I know exactly.
I got them versus. I just got to watch
Cobra.
I've been telling you to watch Code Geass.
DJ expected you to be the hunter class, and I was like, hell no. He's gonna pick the soldier because it comes with a fucking mecha, and then they're gonna have a co-op focused skill tree apparently that allows the co-op buddy to climb on the back and control its mounted turret.
It's a mech suit.
It's so fucking awesome. I really hope this all is like 100% like this is what's gonna happen.
The only thing almost as cool as a mech suit is a mech cannon, but that's not as cool as a mech suit unless it's attached to the mech suit.
Our recurring siren class. I think we've had a siren in every game except for pre-sequel. I think Pre-sequel did not have a siren actually, but
that's why it's best game in the series.
Well, Maya's amazing.
She's alright, yeah.
But she's gonna be a melee focused, like Brick from the first Borderlands, as in like ground pounds. We got ground pounds here. A multi-phase lock. Just seems like just has a lot more to do. Like they all seem to have a lot more to do than they used to. Because 3 action skills. I guess those come from our 3 trees, actually. But yeah, interesting that we're getting a melee focused kind of siren, which is really cool. Assassin, similar to Zero, that's kind of actually kind of lame because Zero was easily my least favorite character. Even seems like he's gonna have a similar attack or a similar skill. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better with the skill trees, but for right now, the assassin seems pretty benign, boring. Hunter. Now this is something new, and why it's like a it's in like alpha stages, and mainly because they're having issue with the pet AI not working properly.
Because it's using the same AI as the
Yup.
Or no, sorry,
Aliens, Colonial Marines, probably. Yeah, they just have a spell error that they got to change. But they're going to be able to choose between 3 very different pets based off their skill trees. Probably a support, damage, and a tank sort of pet that'll all have their own abilities. So hopefully maybe we'll see a hunter with a boner fart companion. Bullymong for all you. For all you normies out there that don't like Sir Hammerlock. But very interesting, unique classes. It looks like a mix between Mordecai and Gage.
There is some bad news here though as well. Like they say, Claptrap's
Claptrap and Tiny Tina are going to be returning as NPCs.
That anyone who played the second game or any of the games fucking hate.
Yeah.
I can't fucking stand Tiny Tina.
Tiny Tina is going to be 5 or 6 years older, so she's going to be about 18 or 19 because she is the world's most powerful 13-year-old.
God willing, she's not as annoying. No, she will.
You're saying that until you're attracted to her, dude.
I know.
Just wait.
I know I will be. I know that.
Apparently the weapons are going to get a lot more unique additions to them from design, element, behavior, which is cool because they already kind of have a lot of unique features, but I would like to see some more unique because like every Hyperion weapon looks the same, every Torque weapon looks the same. It doesn't
say if we play as the villains again like you do in 1 and 2, but I think so.
Yeah. 4 vehicles as opposed to like 2 or 3, which we've been getting. It's mainly just been getting 2, I think, actually. Or no, we got 3 and 2. We got 3 in Borderlands 2, I think. Passive skills and NPCs can revive you. I don't know what that means. Because you don't generally see a lot of NPCs in the world of Borderlands, or unless you're in the hub, at least.
Yeah. So it makes me curious if an NPC is going to take over like the other classes.
That's what I was thinking. Is like
playing solo.
Yeah, if the other classes will always be taken, if you're playing solo. That's what I was thinking. Like so that you didn't have to explore alone, but at the same time. Like some people like that feel, I think, but
yeah,
I can't imagine that's what it is. But I think that would be an interesting addition.
It's also how they did the AI, because they absolutely fucking nail it. Like the Left 4 Dead AI, like it's also dope that you'd rather have the Left 4 Dead AI with you instead of your fucking.
Because they can't fucking die.
They're also they can't die, and they're actually really good at the game. It's like scary.
Yeah, it's mainly because they can't die, and they don't run out of ammo.
All right, Mason, can we go to the outer world now?
You're damn right we can.
Yes! What's that button do?
What's that button do?
It's light speed, kid.
Obsidian. First good thing in this trailer.
Also, I love the like slap backslaps in the trailer, like from the original creators of Fallout.
From the original creators of Fallout New Vegas.
From the creators of Fallout New Vegas. Bitch.
Yeah, ... Fuck you, Bethesda.
Like, and also, I know they didn't they didn't plan this ahead of time, but my God, could the timing be better.
The timing could not be better, like, honestly.
You fucking nailed it. Like, I like to think they've been waiting to announce this until Bethesda had to like, they just had this trailer since before the game was made.
Yeah.
Like, we just gotta wait. We gotta wait till they
we know. Alright, no, they've been waiting since E3 and they heard the Fallout 76 trailer. Or they saw the Fallout 76 release trailer.
I imagine that's how it went down. Like, the developers walked in, hey, the game's done, you know, we can start showing promotional. Nah, we're just gonna wait.
Hold on, no. Hear me out. Fallout 76 is releasing in like 3 months.
We got the boss.
Let's wait for that. And then we'll hit them with the biggest, sassiest trailer that they'll ever see.
This scene in the trailer, by the way, with the girl.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love that scene. It's like, or you didn't have to kill him, but you just keep doing you. I love it.
The finger gun.
Oh man, I love the. I'm already in love with these characters. Like after just like the little bit that I've seen.
What's the song they play, by the way?
Hold on. I've got the audio turned off.
Like,
I don't think I'm gonna be able to tell you though, probably.
Damn it! Alright, well I need to find it. I think it's a pretty popular song, but either way, the game looks fucking incredible. It's a true, like, they released a minutes of gameplay with it as well. From a demo. Mm-hmm. It uses the New Vegas style of dialogue boxes, kind of. Okay. In Fallout 3, where it dims in on their face, which is like very much an original Fallout thing.
Well, that's also been in Elder Scrolls. Like that was like a pre-Elder Scrolls thing. Like Oblivion had it, Morrowind
came out in the early 1990s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's definitely a Fallout thing.
Oh, okay. You mean like the original Fallout games? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yes, they did it in Elder Scrolls, Mason, but Fallout predates that.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're talking, yeah.
That's always been a thing, but that's definitely an approach for the Fallout feel that they're going for. They said specifically that because they're actually RPG makers, they're going with every situation have at least 3 ways to approach it: talk your way out of it, stealth it, or guns blazing.
That's awesome.
At least with
yeah.
But like Mason, look at me seriously. I'm gonna make you play New Vegas. So we're gonna have to do that.
All right.
But they've spiritual successor basically to Fallout New Vegas. Really is what it is. They were very good about alternate solutions. So, like, you need to get rid of a guy named Pacer at one point, or you could if you did optional quest. You could literally just like murder him in his sleep. You could get him riled up to make him go fight like some refugees, and he'd lose in a gunfight. You could go make a deal with the refugees to make it to where he's no longer a problem, or if you do a ton of investigating to find out about who he is and the kind of person he is, you can spike his drug supply in his room.
Oh, wow.
And he kills himself that way. So, but Obsidian, like, if they're going with that feel, they'll have, like, a ton of solutions, a ton of problems.
I'm unbelievably excited for this game. Like, this is, the setting, the atmosphere, the genre, just, it's so perfect for me. Like,
it's apparently
I love, and apparently you're gonna get like a very similar feel to Mass Effect on the crew of your ship with
they have not said that it's
like
not
the Normandy
open world, but the way it looks with you having a ship, it seems to be more of a hub world, like Mass Effect.
Yeah, it looks to me like you're gonna be in the Normandy. I think they did say this actually. It's gonna be similar to Mass Effect where you're in the ship and then from there you can go to your planets and the planets are open world like Andromeda does.
I strongly suggest you watch the 14 minutes of gameplay, just to see the dialogue. It's very much the original Fallout and Fallout New Vegas style of dark humor. Like it went. Also, your character.
I mean that dark humor just feels so much like Obsidian to me, as well.
Yeah.
Well, it feels natural and like at least the Fallout universe as well.
Yeah, it feels more realistic. Yeah.
There's a recurring joke in every 3D Fallout game, and I think in Fallout 2, where there's always a biker who in a tunnelway, and then where there's a bike in a tunnelway, and there's a ramp, and then if you look up, you can find the skull of the biker stuck in like a light fixture. He made the jump, and it fucking got his head.
That's awesome.
And they've had that joke in every Fallout, I think, up until 4 because they fucked that one up. But I want this so bad. But
2019 probably gonna get delayed to 2020, but I'm really hoping I can play it in 2019.
Yeah.
Don't get your hopes up for 2019.
This game was a selling point for Microsoft. That's probably why they bought them, because they wanted to own this IP.
Yeah,
Obsidian will
I
retain
would
this
too.
IP, despite this being owned by. This is published by
Project
Division.
Private Division.
Private Division, which is weird because that's technically owned by 2K.
Yeah.
Private Division is like their let's not be evil publishing arm to help like AA and indie studios.
Yeah. Like Obsidian. Obsidian is a AA.
Before they were owned by Microsoft.
Before now they're AAA, owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So expect to see more of this from Obsidian under Microsoft.
Which is, my God,
perfect.
Yeah.
It is absolutely perfect. For lovers of RPGs, the Obsidian is the studio that Microsoft needed to be on the same level of Sony because Sony has God of War, Sony has Last of Us. We needed Obsidian from Microsoft.
That gaming needed to prosper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the way I feel about it.
Obsidian is needed right now. We cannot lose Obsidian, and Microsoft's keeping that from happening. And holy shit, thank you for a game like this.
God willing, this works out. Smart. They let Obsidian be Obsidian, and they give them just absurd. They give them Microsoft money and tell them to make us the best fucking RPG exclusive you can.
Yep.
And the next Xbox is a knockout. On
account of it. 100%.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna like compete.
Go ahead, Trevor.
My only problem with Obsidian was Fallout New Vegas. Like, I wanted like end-game kind of DLC. Like, Fallout 3 had Broken Steel where you could continue playing afterwards.
Yeah, I understand that.
And it's like that was my.
But all the New Vegas stuff was like in the middle.
No. At the end of New Vegas, Mason, it does the thing that A lot of games
You can't play the last mission.
Okay, yeah, it reverts you. It reverts you.
Yeah. Right before you do
that's what Mass Effect 3 did as well, and 2.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. But they fixed that in Fallout 3 when they released Broken Steel that lets you play through it.
Okay.
That's what Trevor's talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I feel that, Trevor. They kind of did add Lonesome Road, whether you liked it or not, was meant as like a challenge run for in-game characters.
Oh, Lonesome Road was amazing. Like all of their DLC
You liked it a
for
lot,
New Vegas.
really? It's very divisive. I liked it. I didn't love it.
I liked it.
How did you feel about Sierra Madre?
It was tough.
You liked it though, or you didn't like it?
I liked it. It was a new challenge. I was able to escape with all the gold bars because of glitches.
That's not what you're supposed to do. The whole point of the DLC is to let go. That's the message, Trevor. You ignored the message. The whole DLC's trying to
I
teach you to
let
let
go of my bullets into them, and then I bought all my bullets back with all the gold bars.
Trevor, you little bitch. I'm trying to teach you a life lesson, and you said no. I want to be a child.
I don't want my gold and my bullets.
You filled your bags with gold sacks and ran out the door when you're supposed to die in that building.
Yeah, so the end of that DLC, you get locked away with, I think it was 37 gold bars. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much, if you take all of them, you're over encumbered, you're not going to make it. Unless you do this glitch I did. Or you take none, or what you can carry, and that's it.
The point of the DLC makes is to let go of things. And you just fucking it by
But he was given the choice to do so.
That's not the choice I wanted to do! God bless you, Obsidian, your choice. That's the most meta Obsidian thing you could do.
Yup.
It didn't give me bad morale for taking it, so.
Goddamn. There you go. There you motherfucking go.
And that's the one thing I hope that they keep with the Outer World, is the morale system.
They don't have Chris Avalon.
They probably will.
They don't have Chris Avalon, which was the writing drive behind it, but just watching the gameplay and watching this trailer, I think they can do it.
BioWare always, BioWare. Obsidian always keeps some sort of morale system in their games.
That's one of the issues with Fallout 4 is that all the improvements New Vegas brought with Fallout 3's formula, and they just ignored them all and didn't have any of them.
Yep.
Like they made the morality system even simpler than it was in 3 when New Vegas.
Yeah.
Trevor, you played it. You know the morality system with factions and how good that was, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the New Vegas morality system, you have all these factions you gotta. If you do one, you're gonna maybe piss off this other faction, or there was just so many.
It was intricate, really good.
And that's what Republic had, dark side, light side, where they had to you had to balance out important decisions with, I can't afford more dark side points, or man, if I keep behaving like this, I'm gonna fall to the dark side, or if I keep behaving like this, I'm not gonna fall to the dark side. Because it's a real decision of whether you want to fall all the way or not. Because if you maintain the top of the light side, you get 3 unique classes to choose from. If you maintain the bottom or the top of the dark side, you get 3 unique classes to choose from, and all of those classes are extremely unique and give you a completely new play style in an RPG, which is amazing. So you start with 3 classes, then you prestige into one of another 3 classes of Jedi classes, and you prestige into one of 3 master classes, and it's crazy. So morality systems are something I love in games like that. Mass Effect has the Renegade Paragon system, which I think is good. And they allow you to, if you have to really decide what you want to do, because you can only make certain specific important decisions if you have enough points in those trees.
Guys, I'm going to put this in the chat real quick. Here's a PC Gamer analyzing the first 14 minutes.
Okay.
Looking at myself, your character also has a dumb option he can do. When I watched it, I found it interesting. So at one point, you get a distress signal from the planet, right?
Oh, I love Firefly.
You get a distress signal from a planet, and the distress signal cuts out midway through a guy's sentence. And the chick who does the finger guns that we all want to bang, let's be straight.
Yep.
She's like, all right, Captain, I guess we should go. And you can pick the dumb option. Maybe you just cut it off on accident. Captain, are you saying he cut it off on accident mid-sentence while screaming? Seems possible.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh, it looks like weapons are moddable and stuff, and that looks really interesting.
There is no romancing in this game apparently.
That's
because they said it was too hard to do and not feel like you're just picking this set of options to get laid, and fade to like a quick romance scene before it goes black.
Yeah, I get that.
Gunplay looks a little bit like Destiny, which worries me, but it's single player. The enemies are reacting when they get shot, so that's really you know what I'm after.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of bullet points here.
Oh, looks like they got like old like party systems though, like Knights of the Old Republic does.
Yeah. Well, it kind of reminds me of Mass Effect, where you pick 2 people of your team to go down a planet with.
Well, yeah, that's how Knights of the Old Republic works as well. You can pick, you get 3 in Knights of the Old Republic and in Dragon Age, in the Dragon Age series.
Protagonist is a voice. Thank Christ, that really fucked Fallout.
It doesn't have one.
Okay. No, it does not have a voice protagonist.
Okay.
Which is good because it allows them to have more options.
I think Mass Effect does that pretty well though. But
it's very rare in Mass Effect that he says something and whoa, that's not what I meant. Whoa.
Yeah, Mass Effect does a really good job of it. But Fallout 4 absolutely did fucking garbage at it.
Yeah, there are times like I pick an option and he's like about to pull his fucking gun and shoot him in the face. I didn't know. Whoa.
In the MMO Star Wars: The Old Republic, they do it extremely well as well. Actually, but in Fallout, it's miserable. In Knights of the Old Republic, it has in like the original games, it's the same as like Fallout 3 and New Vegas and stuff, where you don't speak, as well as Dragon Age Origins is like that.
I get the desire for a voice actor for your protagonist.
Yeah, but sometimes it just hurts the gameplay or the story.
To be honest, Mass Effect pulled it off. It pulled it off well. I think it's better just to write all of what I'm.
I think the Dragon Age series does it pretty well as well, but yeah, the Fallout series, Bethesda doesn't know how to do it. BioWare can do it, but Bethesda just can't.
Much like Fallout New Vegas, if your companions really dislike the decisions you make, they'll leave and go back to the ship.
That's cool. Yeah, that was always a thing in Knights of the Republic as well. I don't mean to keep comparing it to them, but they did make it.
No, good.
They did make that game. They made that fucking game. This is all stuff that they're taking from Knights of the Republic, and I really urge you, Cobra, because you haven't played it, to play it at some point. It is incredible. It is one of the best RPGs ever made.
So whatever.
I'm going to, but yeah, they had this like if you pissed off a party member enough, they would literally turn on you, and you would have to kill them.
One thing, they're not sure if you can play through the game totally pacifist. They're not sure if they're gonna take the effort to make it to where you can. For those that don't know, like New Vegas, you don't have to kill to beat the game.
You don't have to kill a single NPC.
Yeah, or you could, kill literally every NPC in the game.
Yeah.
Except kids.
Except kids.
Unless you put fucking bleach in their water.
In which case you and drug them. And then hopefully they'll kill themselves over time, but that's none of your concern.
I can't, I can't. They have 6 skills, but they're not sure if they're going to give it an acronym like the special system. Obviously, they can't use special, even though they made it.
Yeah.
I hope they do. Sounds something like I liked about Fallout. If they can make it a good one,
Mm-hmm.
Makes it easier to refer to it.
Yeah.
No lock-picking mini-games, like in Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
It's just going to be like, hey, is your lock-picking skill high enough? Or your
yeah, which is kind of okay, because let's be frank, like, it's either really, really hard, like in Divinity, or, Deliverance, Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
Where it's just so much of a bitch, I don't even want to try and do it.
Oblivion's a bitch, too.
Or it gets to where it's super tedious, like it's been every fucking Bethesda game since, what, Oblivion?
Yeah, Oblivion's is fucking miserable.
And it's been in every Bethesda game since then.
Yeah.
I cannot express how much I want to play this fucking game.
Yeah, I'm blue. I'm super excited. Looks amazing.
It does.
I love like the like it's like retro future tech. I fucking love it. It's retro future space tech. It's perfect. It's exactly what I want.
What I want. I want that shit. And I want it now. We've been doing this for 3.5 fucking hours.
Yeah. But yeah, that concludes basically everything here. Looking forward to a couple games. I'm gonna be playing Atlas next week.
Wait, one thing before we go about Outer Worlds, I won't tell Trevor because I don't think I told.
Go ahead. Please.
So Trevor, at the start of the game, you know that guy in the trailer who wipes the like frost off your thing and wakes you up.
Yeah.
After he saves you, you can turn him over to the corporation and get a pile of money.
Huh.
So from game start, you can already
sell out the person that woke you up. That's so great.
Yeah, you kind of like sounded to me like Rick Toffin a little bit, or reminded me of him.
Me too. Like his general like just flippantness with the science of, are you feeling something? No, good. Okay, let's go.
Yep.
All right, Matthew, go ahead.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, so I guess now we'll just games we're looking forward to. Games we'll be playing soon. I'm going to be playing Atlas next week. I'm super excited for that. We're all super excited for Outer Worlds coming out.
Next year.
Yeah, next year, maybe the year after. Let's be honest, it might be the year after. I hope not, because I really want to play this ASAP.
It's already 2 years in development. So,
that is a shining light. We'll be playing Crackdown 3 probably. It's on Game Pass, so I will have it day one. Crackdown 3. That's another. Game Pass is really starting to come through this next year if you're on Xbox.
I may use my Game Pass trial to play that.
Yeah, I would at least try it. Because Game Pass has a lot to offer. As someone who, especially if it's a game like Forza Horizon 4, where I know I'm going to play it, but I'm not going to keep coming back to it, that was a perfect way for me to play through Forza Horizon 4. It's going to be a perfect way for me to play Crackdown 3, because I'm probably not going to invest a whole lot into the multiplayer, like recurringly. It's a perfect way for me to play Vermintide 2, which is a game I'm going to play very rarely, but I'm going to love every second of it. So, yeah.
Bastard, we invited this podcast. You didn't know it was going to take this long.
I'm sorry.
You didn't know we were going to do
It's never been this long. It's never been this long. We had
because
E3 and it wasn't this
We're
long.
unchained now!
Yeah.
We're free! I know you can't see it, but I just ripped my shirt off like Hulk Hogan. It's our podcast now!
Oh, God.
Welcome to the Syndicated podcast, where the podcast never ends!
The podcast that never ends. That's our new tagline.
We're gonna keep doing this until we got PewDiePie numbers!
PewDiePie
and then we can say the N-words, and no one can stop us!
Oh, God.
We're gonna keep saying it too!
As long as we're fighting a corporate entity, as long as we're...
Character Wars, Morty! It didn't even take the 10 seasons, Morty, and 1,000 episodes! That's what we're doing!
As long as we're fighting corporate entities, we'll make PewDiePie subscribers.
We're gonna fight the corporation!
We just gotta hack printers.
America!
Subscribe.
God bless America!
Alright, we will catch you all next time. Hopefully in 2 weeks. Hopefully there's not a lot of news this week, so I can play my damn games.
You wanna plug your thing real quick? Your Mixer channel?
American Buck.
Soon to be streaming. American Buck.
Hopefully.
Follow. As well, if you're listening on our other formats, on either YouTube or Podbean or whatever you're listening to on, you can find we live stream this show at mixer.com/EmeraldGordian. It is live streamed there. We do type in chat, so any sort of things that you have to add, you can always type it in there. We will respond. Whether it's voiced is up to just kind of like the content, but please do check us out. Thanks.
I'm gonna make a subreddit.
Yeah, we'll make a subreddit.